Okay. All right. Let's go around and see what we got here. Denny's is dreading his. Let's just see how bad it is right out of the chute.
Ooh, I'm going to flip it. And, ooh, I got an ace.
Ace is high.
Okay.
Yeah, getting high, right?
Getting high.
Okay. All right. I drew a 9.
That's a great
that's a good
card.
Okay. All right, Virginia, what do you got?
7.
Oh, Virginia. This is going to be sexy.
Is it?
Unless the bird has got one lower.
Oh, it's not going to be sexy if it's me.
Okay, what do we got here card-wise?
3.
Yes.
I'm not even that upset about this. It's going to be a fun afternoon today.
Okay. Well, luckily the dog park is right by our house. It'll be nice and convenient.
I got tons of peanut butter.
Yeah, well, there.
You can certainly tell who hasn't been licked in a while.
I know that punishment. I mean, it's supposed to be a punishment. I'm supposed to be upset, but I'm not.
It's going to actually be enjoyable for you, huh? Okay, all right.
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KVJ Show app.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
What's up? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Thursday, everybody. Yeah.
Thursday.
Well, you heard a little bit of the sudden death from yesterday. Just to let you know, we do have a video for you today. We're going to be checking out Jaybird covered in peanut butter at the dog park.
Sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get peanut butter off of your body is so hard. I feel so bad for my dad because we share a shower, and I think it's kind of clogged.
Is it at least moisturizing? I feel like it because it's an oil base.
Yes, I felt like it did wonders for my hair. It made my hair kind of puffy. So,
Your hair looks great.
well, thank you. Yeah, peanut butter. I don't know how it would do with your hair, Kev, but I'd give it a try if I was you.
Yeah, no, I've heard, isn't it one of those weird things people put odd stuff in their hair? I've heard like mayonnaise, isn't that one?
Anything oily like that is going to give you maybe more control since you have like crazy hair.
Yeah.
The oils maybe tame it a little bit and make it more manageable.
Okay, well, there you go.
I didn't hate the look of the peanut butter in the hair. I'm not gonna lie. It made a good gel if it wasn't so brown and like drippy looking.
That's the only thing, yeah.
It looks like baby poo.
It definitely does.
It's kind of the coloring of it. But yeah, we'll have that posted. You'll be able to check that out on the KVJ Show YouTube channel and our social media platforms coming up. So that is going to be happening. We'll get to that. Just one of the many things going on today's KVJ Show.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife? Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, I know I probably wouldn't be the best either getting a tattoo. It's one of about 85 different reasons why I have none. I don't deal with pain well. I don't really love needles either.
You're not part of the ink community. You don't get it yet.
I don't get it. I won't get it ever. I just is not something that's going to happen to me unless I wind up in prison and I just need it to get and stay hard. That's the only reason I'm going to be doing it. I promise you that. That's why I try to stay out of prison and abide by the laws.
Your prison nickname would be Nails. I love it.
It would?
Yeah.
I feel like that's already taken.
You think? Well,
Yeah.
maybe.
I feel like
Mine
your
would
prison
be nailed.
Your prison nailed, or like Monica. I mean, you'd be somebody's girlfriend.
Nailed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's going to be mine. Well, here's a dude in a viral video today that apparently didn't react too well while getting tattooed.
Come on.
All right.
There you go. And that's why I don't have a tattoo. Because that would be me.
Looking for what's going on in South Florida? Sign up for our KVJ e-blast and stay connected.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind, Jaybird?
I want to apologize to anybody that was waiting for the Weird Whatever podcast to happen last night.
Oh,
You were covered in peanut butter?
Yeah, we had a KVJ project we had to do, and I don't know if it was the right time either. I got some bad news from our boy Ryan Beckett. His dog passed away.
Oh, that's tough.
It is absolutely tough. Anyone that's ever lost a, as we say, fur baby, Virginia,
Yeah.
you know how tough it is. And boy, oh boy, man, I was holding Chewy a little bit tighter yesterday.
Yeah.
It does. I was talking to a bunch of people who had dogs growing up or had dogs in their early adult life, and they won't get a dog again because they say losing the dog, the pain was so great.
That's sad.
And I think you could probably put that in for any pet that you love.
Sure.
It's just a different kind of bond with an animal. You know, Chewy loves me no matter what, and that is rare. You know, it loves you for all your moods. And I think that's why humans love dogs for the most part, because dogs just love humans the way they are.
Yeah, a lot of people would argue that it's just as tough having the loss of a pet as it is even a child, because a lot of people, that is their child.
And I wonder too, when Chewy loves up on me, is he loving up on me because he really does feel a connection, or is he just being an animal and there's some instinct there and he wants something to eat? You know what? You see what I'm saying?
No. They love you, man. They really do. The dogs are that way. It's not even food. It's like, like yesterday, I just laid down for a couple minutes in the midst of doing some work, and Coco, I always have her in now, and she turned into quite a little dog, and she comes right up and crawls right next to you and wants to sleep. She didn't want food.
I mean, I would be crushed.
It's like companionship.
I'd be crushed if my relationship between Chewy, the only reason why he loved me was because of the snacks I give. It would crush me.
Man's best friend.
No, I agree with you. There's moments where we're so intimate together. Not in that way, Virginia. Don't get weird. You feel there's a connection.
Oh yeah,
a soulful connection.
I won't be weird if you stop saying I got intimate with Chewy. It's not the right way to phrase it.
It is, yeah.
It's
the
not
way
the
you are
best way.
phrasing it, yeah.
You're right. I just want people.
I mean, you're kind of knocking him up just for me to knock him down.
I just want people to know that we have a deep relationship.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
So yesterday I told you I had to go meet with the lawyer to find out about getting the variance on my property to see if we can put in a pool.
Okay.
And the lawyer seems to think we have a fair shot at it. He explained it to me pretty cool. So he's like, look, you're going to have to go before a whole board, and you're going to have to explain why you think you need this pool, why you want this pool, why you guys deserve this pool. And I'm like, no problem. I can do that. It's all about the kids. I'll bring them. I'll make them start crying, whatever you need. He said, look, the panel of people, they are just like you. They're homeowners in your county as well. And they put themselves in the homeowner's shoes. And they say, okay, if there's no good reason why they shouldn't have a pool, they don't want to stand in the way of it. And they most times will give the variance. The only thing that could stand in my way is if any of my neighbors object.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I have to go around today and kind of...
And you know where they live.
I'm good friends with most of them.
I'll tell you what you need to do. You need to make plates and plates of your grilled cheese and bring them to your neighbors. Hey, just want to say, neighbor to neighbor, you look great, love you. Also, I'm getting a pool. What do you think? Here's some grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Here's some grilled cheese. It's not a bribe, but here you go.
You'd get me. I'd be like, I voted. I'm in. You get the pool.
Solid strategy.
What do you think about this? The lawyer said it's going to cost about $5,000.
For what? The extra work?
For the extra work.
To do what?
The variance.
What does that even mean?
This thing is adding up.
I know. All the paperwork. Basically, they have to send out registered letters, and they have to canvass my neighborhood, and it's a whole thing. And there's like 17 different forms you got to fill out. And
that's $5,000. They are definitely getting something out of that little deal.
$5,000.
That is crazy.
Do I do it? I really want the pool. I'm already in so
How
deep.
much? How much is the pool? The whole thing?
How much money have you spent so far on this whole project?
Well, I've already given the pool company a check for $24,000.
24,000?
Yes, that I
As
took
in
a loan.
2 4 3 zeros?
That I took a loan out for.
Oh,
and
my goodness, Virginia.
I've been paying since last year.
Oh, no wonder you're always stressed out. Oh my God.
All right.
A $25,000 pool that's not even there yet?
Yep.
Now what happens if they don't do the pool? Do you lose that money?
No, I think I get that money back because that's me and the pool company, and they haven't done any pool work.
Wow.
there's no way I'd spend that much money on a pool. Now I'm out. I think that's way too
Where I'm from, a good pool would cost about $350.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you
I'm
might
just
want to do what we
saying.
did back in Lake Park. Let's get you a big old plastic pool.
Yeah. You can get them real nice, Virginia. They come with wood decks right up on the side. You just walk right up the steps and jump in.
I hear ya.
Are you kind of regretting even doing the pool thing now? That's a big commitment, man.
It's a huge commitment, but now I feel like,
Gosh.
okay, we've come this far. So
Yeah.
now do I just not do it and say, forget it for $5,000?
Yeah.
Or do I try to forge ahead and tell the kids they can't eat for a month and we're going to get a pool?
Okay.
So okay, I will make this. I want to be sure of this. So with the $24,000 plus the $5,000, this pool is going to cost you right around $30,000.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Is that the average going of a pool?
I don't have any idea, man.
That's way low, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, for a pool in
Gosh,
South
I had
Florida.
no idea.
Yeah, that's not a high price for a
Dang.
pool. Anybody who's put in a pool could call in and tell you that's not a lot for a pool.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I do not have any rich friends. That's so. To me, that's so much money for a
Some
pool.
people love pools. I'm not a pool guy. Pool to me means trauma. I just remember being a fat kid having to wear a white T-shirt in them and getting mocked and made fun of. And so for me, when I see pool, I just think trauma.
Oh,
So-
me too. My mom would. I wasn't allowed to swim at the pool. She go, "You're not going in. You're gonna drown and you're gonna die." I'm like, okay, yeah.
Stuck with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pools ain't a big deal to me.
Not for that much.
Wow. One thing I got on my mind, I want to give props to Broward County and Fort Lauderdale. Something that is been with me, and we do the KVJ Volunteer Army and put projects together. And one thing I'm trying to work with our new company with, I can't believe how difficult it's been to just try to go out. Homeless people. Helping homeless people, doing something about it. And it's twofold. It's one, to help the people that are in definite need that are there. But it's also, two, I believe that when we have tent cities and people laying all over the place, that it's not good ultimately for the cities. It's kind of an eyesore and it thwarts travel and tourism. So, look, let's do something great for the people because they're human beings and we should love them and care on them. And two, let's do things to clean up our area. And Broward County has been doing some good stuff. Back in November, they had kind of like one of those makeshift, homeless camps.
Sure.
It was right, outside, right on the streets. And they have taken on a proactive approach. And now all but 7 of the people that were in that whole little village are now under roofs. They got permanent housing, hotels. Some are back with families. But Broward County is doing it right. They are treating it one-on-one. They're getting to know these people, saying, what do you need? How can we help you out? How can we get you back up on your feet? And, instead of just turning a blind eye and just ignoring it and then just grumbling about, oh, they're laying all over the place and, trashing our city and blah, blah, blah. People are doing something about it and kind of breaking down the dollars and cents on it. They are going to need more money because it costs about $18,000 a year just to help out one homeless person.
Wow.
Is what they're looking at. And so businesses, communities, if you've got money and things like that you can do, there's still about 2,300 more homeless people throughout Broward County that need help. And you think about every county, we're all dealing with it. We all have some people that are in need and cleaning up our city. And so they're doing a lot of really good stuff. So I think that's really awesome what they are doing in there. They've got a coordinator too that is working on a food repatriation program that will help get restaurant food that otherwise would just be wasted. You think about that, they make it like, oh well, and they just throw it away. And like, no, that, like, somebody would, if we can connect a person that wants a hot meal with that hot meal you're about ready to throw away, people are doing that as well. And so I just think it's really good what Broward County is doing, and I think they're setting the model for the other counties here in South Florida to do something. To me, that's the ultimate win-win.
Sure.
If we can do something great for our homeless people and clean up the streets as well, then that's good stuff. And it had seemed like a kind of a hopeless issue for a while.
Is city government spearheading it, or are they doing it through independent charities?
They have got a little bit of both. They've got, I think, finally somebody, the county is getting involved and saying, okay, let's have somebody step up and let's spearhead this. And it's a mix of, working with government agencies, but also people too, saying, hey, look, let's do some fundraising. Let's get some money. Let's look at all these possible resources we have and let's channel them in the right direction. And a lot of the people that are homeless, they just, some of them need some counseling. A lot of it's getting off the booze or the drugs or things like that. And so they got different programs now to one-on-one work with them, help them and say, what can we do? Because, hey, you probably talk to a lot of homeless people. They're probably not going, hey, I'm living the life. This
Right.
is exactly where I wanted to be when I was younger.
No.
So I think it's just great what they're doing. So I want to applaud them because I know West Palm Beach is kind of like next up. And if you're following the mayoral election, and by the way, how did every mayoral candidate get my personal email? I'm just trying to figure that out because I am bombarded with Meryl emails on a daily basis, and I don't know how they got it.
When are we going to get you in this ring? When are we going to get you out running for office with that new hair? You need to be the new mayor of West Palm Beach.
You do have mayor hair. You don't have mayor extra time.
That's the issue, yeah. Time is my biggest...
I hear you.
Yeah.
So let's plan on whenever the next race is. Let's get you in the ring here. Let's make a splash.
Okay. All right. You ready for this?
Oh, I am so ready. Can I please be at least part of your management team, your campaign?
We've already talked about this. Absolutely. You're in.
Love it, gosh.
You are in. You are in, my man. All right. Got the plans going. All right. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Got some fun stuff, including something you might want to think about before you take that cute little photo of your kid and put it up on social media. And ways you may not even be considering. That photo could come back to haunt you. I'll tell you how next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
You know, most of us wind up taking photos, posting it up on social media of our kids. I just, honestly love doing it. In fact, what I love is, photos of Cannon when he's like 2 or 3. They keep kind of like popping up now.
The time hop.
Yeah.
It's
actually,
so cute.
I'm getting that, and I'm loving that. If you got kids, you're like going, oh, that's so cool to see, because otherwise I probably wouldn't go and look for that photo, but just to have it, pop up there real quick, you're like, oh, that's cool to see. They say 92% of toddlers right now under 2 years old already have what they call a digital footprint. If you go on there online and you're doing a little bit of a search and you want to find him and you're looking for Rocco, baby Rocco, whatever, he got a pretty big digital footprint. He's all over the place.
Baby Rocco, you kidding me? He's a star.
He kills.
That's 92% of toddlers.
Well, it's how families keep up with each other. I mean, I don't get to see a lot of my extended family that live in other states and their kids.
Yeah.
And it's how I get to watch their kids grow up.
If you're someone that's like 18 years old, like Suits' age, Suits has pretty much been growing up with technology since he's kind of can conceive a thought. None of this is weird to him. It's weird to us because we didn't go through it.
And most kids are, and I didn't go through it. In fact, I do remember as a kid, one of those things that would happen is as you started, like for me, dating girls in like high school and college, you would have these photo albums and my mom would pull them out. Oh, you got to see Kevin when he was blah, blah, blah. And she would show you, show them these embarrassing photos. You're like, oh, stop, Mom, that's embarrassing. I hate that. Well, think about it now. Kids that grew up with that, all your embarrassing photos that normally were kept on the shelf until you started dating somebody are up online. And we laugh about it, ha, 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 it must be so tough to be a kid today. Well, some of these snowflakes growing up, when they become adults now, we're starting to find out aren't real happy that they've got these embarrassing photos and things that are up there that they did not choose to post. And in certain countries, like in France, kids can sue their parents for publishing without certain personal information without their consent. And if that stuff is up there and if the kid doesn't like it and it causes embarrassment or they think cost them a job, and they may say the reason I didn't get this job is because they did a search on me and they found a photo of me, blah, 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 and that's why I didn't get it. And they're probably wrong, but if they could get a court to convince them, then your kids, if they turned out to be snot-nosed brats, could come back and sue your pants off. Which is just, to me, absolutely crazy.
Oh, that one picture, imagine if it was online, me sitting on Santa Claus's lap with my nard hanging out. As a kid, that would have been so embarrassing, putting that online.
And it's child porn.
As an adult.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, is it really going to keep you from getting a job? Can you prove in a court that a picture of you with your left testicle out on Santa's lap is anything to judge your character today on?
Here's what happens in court cases. Don't you see it all the time? Emotional distress. Don't you hear that term all the time? And you can't qualify that. You can't say, come on, suck it up. You shouldn't be emotionally distressed by that. You can't say that. All you have to do is throw out emotional distress and you'd be like going, you don't know the pain I have. You don't know the tears I've cried.
Oh my
so
God.
Annoying.
I have emotional distress from the dirt of the day. Kevin, so many tears. Can we make some changes?
That's kind of what's happening. So as kids are growing up with this digital footprint, 92%, they're growing up snowflakes, or they're growing up knowing that they can work the legal system. And let's say they're 20 years old and they're like, okay, well, you got two options. You can either buy me the Mercedes or you can buy me the Porsche. And you're not going, I'm not going to buy you anything like it. Oh, yeah? Just so happen to have an attorney. Emotional distress, social media posts. That's the kind of stuff where your kids are going to be able to take it and turn it, flip it on you, and be like, "Oh,
isn't that blackmail though? You better buy me this car,
it's kind of like
or
we were
else."
talking about the other day with bribes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we do, glad handing and greasing the wheel and whatever you might call it. Sure, it is blackmail, but under a different term, it's emotional distress.
I mean, doesn't everybody kind of know, your parents and family show off your embarrassing photos when you're a kid? That's just how it goes.
It's a different era, man. Like it was a different era that you kept it in a photo book.
I get it.
It's a different era.
Well, the world's a change in Virginia.
So I guess it's one of those things. If you can sense that you are raising a bratty kid and you're worried about what they're going to be when they turn 20 or 21 years old, you might want to get that stuff offline, because if you had the kid, you think, yeah, I could see them suing the pants off of me in 5 years.
Wow.
They actually could.
It'll probably become a thing now. In 5 years, there'll be all these cases of kids suing their parents. It'll be the new thing to do.
Yeah. What was the most embarrassing? What was the photo you dreaded to see when you were a kid? I had several. Mainly, my dad cut my hair from when I was a little kid, and I had unbelievably horrific haircuts. And he now goes back and just has the best chuckle at him, because my bangs are like shooting straight up terrible. He cut everything on right angles, so my hair went straight across and then straight. It's horrible.
My dad did the same thing. I got a terrible haircut at the barber shop, so my dad tried to fix it, and everything was fine on the sides. It was all on the top, and for some reason, he lopped off a sideburn, and my mom made me go to school the next day.
Yeah.
I have never been bullied so hard in my life. I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, I know. Well, the funny thing about it, your parents would take those photos, and they would then laugh at you at your expense, and then would show all your friends.
Mine was my yearbook photo. If anyone's got an 8th grade Hal Watkins yearbook, you guys will not believe this picture. It's the worst picture ever.
What year were you in 8th grade?
That would have been like 1990. Oh, it's a terrible picture, Kevin.
Yeah. Somebody said, I do have an issue with parents posting their kids, but usually it's because they overshare their kid's life. And they are actually more worried about the flip side of it. Not that the kids are going to wind up suing the parents because they're embarrassed one day. It's just that the kids kind of get this, complex where they're raised on likes and shares, and it kind of makes them an egomaniac.
Yeah, I got one friend that hates anytime parents put pictures up of their kids. It's so annoying. It's all about the parents. It's got nothing to do with the kid. The parent wants the likes and the shares.
Yeah.
I love looking at pictures of people's kids, though. I love it. I like to see. Like, have you seen Andy Cohen's new baby?
I have not, Virginia, but I haven't been looking for it.
Kevin?
The second you told me he had one, I forgot about it about 40 seconds later.
I just forgot. I forgot it. And we just talked about it.
I'm living for this new baby.
You are,
The
huh?
baby is adorable. Baby looks like it's wearing a wig. It's got a full head of hair.
Is this baby everything?
This baby is everything.
I mean, she's living for this baby.
I'm
Kevin.
like, okay,
Oh,
how many more annoying little catchphrases can we throw in this conversation?
Can we
right
make
now?
a rule that Virginia's never allowed to say that again? I mean,
This baby is everything.
I'm dead.
no,
I'm living for this.
I'm living for
I'm
this.
so
Kevin.
dead.
I can't.
I'm so dead.
Oh, gosh, stop it! No, Virginia.
You need to go look at the baby. It's a really cute baby.
Say it's a cute baby.
She just turned this whole conversation into everything I hate about
I know.
2019.
That baby, Kevin, is
Everything.
living its best life.
It's best alive. Coming up here in just a second, we are about to get in the tank. The Shark Tank.
Oh.
Jay Bird has got a new idea for a video game. Video games make tons of money. I don't know if you know, but whoever made Fortnite, hello, rolling in it.
I think I've got a very good idea. I'm sure someone's thought of it before. It's not on the market, though.
Okay. We're going to get a full pitch on this. Are you sure you want to give out this amazing idea?
I do, because it's probably not going to be that amazing. It's always better in my bedroom. Always. All my ideas.
Is that what you tell the ladies?
That's what Chewy says.
Yeah.
Quit making my dog a sex...
You just said you got intimate with him.
I meant
And that was
Those
right
were
after
your words.
And that was right after you talked about covering your body in peanut butter.
I'm talking about...
So the timing and the juxtaposition of that statement was not great.
I'm creepy, though.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's making you creepy.
Me and my dog got emotionally intimate with each other.
Hey, Virginia, I covered myself in peanut butter and me and my dog got intimate. I mean,
Lick
if
it.
you heard that phrase, what would you think was going on? What would you think was going on?
Oh, you're a good boy.
I had my shorts on.
Yeah, come on, giving the dog a bone. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Jaybird Dennys pitching the new video game concept. Will we buy or not? All right, Jaybird in the Shark Tank here today.
What we got here for this video game, baseball meets Grand Theft Auto. Now, hear me out. This is a mature baseball game for a mature audience. You've got situations where instead of, how you get on baseball games now, you can put a feature random injuries. You would have things like random steroids. A guy gets maybe your favorite player is in you're playing a season. Boom, Bryce Harper. Big baseball player, Virginia. He's taken out for a season because he tested positive for steroids. You also could have players going out to bars after the game. You could have like a sideline where they go out to club and they've got options. Now they can either have one drink and go home. They can party. They can meet chicks. They can leave it in the sheets. You have all these options, and that'll affect their game the next day.
I have a question here.
Yes, sir.
Let's say I wanted to do an NBA version of this game, and I wanted Tristan Thompson to bang all of Kendall Jenner's friends. Could I do that?
That absolutely can be done, and that's the kind of stuff we want to do. We want to make realistic,
thrilling
subplot lines, things other than the game, more fights in the ball game. Again, keep in mind this is for a mature audience, but you keep the baseball game legit like they do now. Very, very good stats, very good graphics, but you have the Grand Theft Auto dirty storyline, not as sleazy, not as grimy, but it's got some nards to it, baby.
So behind the scenes too, you are involved in their life.
Yes.
It's not just about them performing in the baseball game. You see what they're up to after hours.
And it affects their actual game.
You have a superstar, and then you have an option where after the game, they're driving down the street. They can either go get something to eat, they can go see their family, go to a hooker. There's all kind of options there.
You never go see your family when hooker's an option.
Does this have a shot of getting on the shelves?
Could I do an NFL game where instead of Kareem Hunt kicking and punching a woman, could she turn around and kick and punch him?
I think I'm trying to stay away from domestic violence, but yeah, we can do that.
I just want to know where this is. But I mean, you get that in Grand Theft.
We can talk about anything. I think the sky's the limit. I think you keep the baseball realistic. You keep their lives even more realistic.
Okay.
Are you buying or are you selling?
Well, I've got a couple thoughts. One, the actual baseball game itself kind of bores me. But I do like the thought of athletes going out and being able to do all this salacious stuff. But I think you're going to wind up with some serious trademark issues and lawsuits.
You'd have to get everybody involved. But if they could all be cool, imagine what a great game that would be.
I don't think they'll be cool with you saying they picked hooker over going to see their mom.
Well, I mean, that was just my whole thing is you could be a Tim Tebow-like person. You could.
Oh, so you have Tebow doing all this kind of salacious behavior?
No.
I'm sure Tebow would love to sign off on this.
No, what I'm saying is you could live a life like a Tebow in the video game.
Do it all right.
Yeah, do it all right. That's going to help your stats. That's going to help your overall career. You could also
go out to the clubs.
Go after the clubs, and you can maybe there's a give and take. If you are out in the clubs, leaving it in the sheets, drinking too much, you get a bunch of money in your account, but you lose a ton of stamina. There's a give and take to it.
Okay, so the things that you do in your regular life then would affect your performance on the field, and you'd be able to see that, be going, oh, so-and-so actually had a bender until 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, and you would get instant gratification maybe if you decide to do something bad and salacious. You get X amount of money in your little baseball account where you can spend stuff, because that's what you do in video games, or you save that, and your stamina is good.
What's to keep EA Sports from coming in and just stealing your idea and incorporating it into their already created game?
I don't think they got the balls to do it, to be quite honest with you. Okay. This is edgy ball. We'll call it edge ball. Edge ball. It's edgy.
Did you just come up with that?
I just made it up.
Right on the spot.
Again, think tank. We're just kind of shooting ideas, seeing what spits, seeing what sits.
You're an ideas guy.
I'm an idea man. Come on. Are you buying or are you selling?
I think you could actually bring guys and girls together for this one, because I'm not interested in the stupid baseball part of the video game.
But the back end.
But the scandalous, sneaking Tristan girls into his room, that's kind of fun.
Have you ever seen Grand Theft Auto these days, Virginia? Like the newer ones?
No.
Because they're pretty awesome. I mean, there's parts where paparazzi are chasing you. They have everything.
Yeah,
it's like real life.
You have a shot. The paparazzi starts talking to you. You have 4 options. You could talk to them, you could be standoffish, or you could punch them. Whatever you want.
And then each one affects your actual baseball stats.
That could be fun.
Yeah. I learned something from our new company. I'm not in until you can show me all the licensing rights. Get the licensing rights, and I'm there, baby.
Okay. Yeah, Major League Baseball's never going to go for it.
No.
I like the concept, except for that. What do you guys think about this? If this were in the tank, are you buying or selling this new phone from Samsung? They've been working on this thing forever, apparently. This has been something that has been in the mix. that they've been doing for like 5 years now, and finally it's going to be coming out on April 26th. It is the Galaxy Fold, and it's a new foldable phone.
Have you seen the foldable screens yet? Like what they look like?
How do you do that?
It's crazy. And all I saw was a still photo of it. Like, I need to see a demo because they say the Galaxy Fold does, in fact, it folds like a wallet. Mm-hmm. They say it can run 3 different apps on the screen, and it's got 6 cameras and a price tag of almost $2,000.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's pretty big, so it's cool because it's a larger phone. You know how these phones are getting larger? It's a larger, wider phone, and then it does fold. So what they're projecting is that all future televisions are just going to be hung on the wall like a poster because it's going to be out of this foldable technology they're using for the LCD screens and the LED screens now.
So wait, so you'll take it and you'll fold or unfold your phone and...
Well, think about it. Old televisions used to be like a piece of furniture, and then the later ones that were big screens used to have glass screens. They weighed 1,000 pounds to carry. And then they started coming out with these plastic screens, which we have now on our LEDs and LCDs.
Yeah.
And now the new ones are even thinner. The electronics are now done on a flat circuit board.
Bill Ice is saying he's seen it where it's just like wallpaper. That you'll be able to put up, and you could do an entire wall.
Get any size you want.
With it. Yeah, and I think that's how they did that. Like I said, I'm still mesmerized by the Brightline station in Miami that has that pillar that the whole thing is a screen, and it's 3-4 stories tall.
I was reading, too, one of the newer trends is going to be putting TVs on the ceiling. You're laying in bed. It's just like you're saying, flat, very flat, and you put it right in your ceiling. You lay and you watch it. Would you like that?
I mean, some people would. I wouldn't.
I don't think I'd like that.
I wouldn't do it. It's not for me. But I mean, I know there are some people that are big time into that stuff.
I feel like it would make me dizzy.
Yeah,
and I don't like just laying on my back.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I don't think I'd like it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the whole game is changing. I don't know. Is that going to be the future? We're going to unfold our phones?
I was looking at some of like the prototypes back in the day, and they were talking about like phones would be replaced with scrolls that you like roll out, and then you could work on it and roll it back. Yeah, like an old scroll, and then you keep it in your pocket, fold it up like a tube.
Crazy. That whole concept is crazy. That you would bend and fold like a note you would pass around back in elementary school.
Yeah, well, I think with the LED, the little lights, like the liquid crystals would probably break, but the LEDs, that you can bend them. It doesn't really matter.
Wow.
They're just little tiny diodes.
Okay, baby.
Denny's mansplaining LEDs to us like we don't know.
Diodes? No, I did not know a diode.
Oh, no kidding. No one knows that.
All right, so there you go. It is coming out end of April. If you wait for the Galaxy Fold, it's on its way. Got birthdays today. Sophie Turner, she's Sansa on Game of Thrones, turning 23 years old today. Jordan Peele, Key Peele is 40 years old. Jennifer Love Hewitt turning 40 as well today. And Kelsey Grammer used to be Frasier. He's 64. Got some birthdays today. Got to say what up to Lydia Higgins, having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Scott from Riles and Cedar. Also, happy birthday, Mommy. Oh, Amo Vose. That's from Sophia, Abby, Jorge, and Melinda, the Beardy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotta say happy birthday to Mia and Soraya, my 2 beautiful twin daughters. That is in from Deborah here today.
Aww.
Happy 7th birthday to Jeffrey from Mom, Dad, Sadie, and Hines. Got a birthday to Matt. Thank you for everything you do and for being the best husband. Every day with you is a dream.
Aww.
That's from Ellie. Also, Kenzie. Happy birthday from Mom, Dad, Bubby, and Paisley. And a happy 7th birthday to Landon from Mom, Dad, Hunter, Jada, Jace, Taj, and Beaners. There you go. Lando. Happy birthday, my friend. You got a birthday you want on the KVJ show? You just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. If you were doing a proposal, would you want it to be this grandiose big surprise that even goes viral and is covered by your local news, Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay. You're into this, huh?
That's amazing. If it's so cool that the news feels like they have to cover it.
Okay. You did it right then, huh?
You did it right.
Okay. Well, we got to say, nice job, Brandon. He is an attorney in Palm Beach County, and he orchestrated an entire fake trial, complete with a presiding judge, clerks, and a jury, just so he could propose to his girlfriend, who also is an attorney. He was on there trying the court case and everything else and somehow worked it into the mix where she comes out onto the floor and then voila, gets on bended knee, tears, cue, everyone, yay. Congratulations.
Did they do that on tax time? Did they do that on whatever? Is the judge on the take? Like, what's going on?
I don't know about the take. You mean the clock?
Is he on the clock?
Yeah, the clock. That's better than the take. The take is not the right term there.
Is he on the clock?
I would assume so. I don't know. That was not oddly covered. They didn't go and break it down as to should these people have been working instead of doing something as foolish as a proposal in a courtroom.
Fake trial seems like it would take a lot to put together.
It does. That's at least a 30-min job right there.
At least.
Yeah.
Did she think it was a real trial?
I think she thought she was watching him in a real trial. And then he orchestrated it so that here she is, here he is. He turns around, bended knee, boom, ring. Will you marry me? Yes.
Look, I'm a fan of Goofy. I like it.
You're into it, huh?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's fun.
Okay,
Courtrooms suck. You ever been in a courtroom? It's awful.
Awful.
You always feel like they're going to say you're guilty and you're not even involved in the trial.
The thing that I wonder, though, and I guess, obviously, when you finally hear someone on bended knee with a ring saying, will you marry me? That's when you say yes. But how often has somebody been so proposal hopeful? They were in a situation and they just thought, okay, I'm about to be proposed to.
And he's just tying his shoe.
Yeah, right. They get misty-eyed and they're like,
oh, yes. Yes.
I'm sure that happens a lot.
Oh, that'd be awful.
yes.
Dudes, don't tie your shoe on Valentine's Day.
What you saying yes to? I don't get it. Has anybody ever gotten the wrong impression on a proposal? I'd love to hear your story. How did it play off? What kind of set you up to make you think that you're about to be proposed to?
Because don't you think, not everybody, but most people if they've been together for a while, they sort of know they're going to get proposed to. Like anyone that I know that's proposed to somebody, they kind of knew that she was going to say yes.
They've talked about
Yeah.
it. They've made plans for the future. Like, yeah.
Does that still happen where people are so caught off guard? Oh my gosh, is he going to ask me to get married?
Well, I think what you're talking about with this case, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people do to somewhat, they should know the answer. Yeah, you're talking about the person that proposes and gets turned down.
Yeah.
That's horrifying and that's absolutely awful. But yeah, I think that probably does happen too. So has anybody ever gotten the wrong impression on a proposal? You can let us know on the KVJ show. Just to let you know, Virginia, I know because you were worried about what was happening with everybody else that was in this courtroom as Brandon proposed to his girlfriend who's an attorney in Palm Beach County. Apparently, Brandon and her family, they were brought in as the jury panel, and nobody was on the clock. The jury came in, and it was her family. So, yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Anyway, talking about proposals, have you ever gotten the wrong impression from one where it's starting to add up in your head, and you're thinking, oh, my goodness, I'm about to be proposed to? The emotions, they well up. They start to overflow. And you start to cry. And then all of a sudden you realize, okay, wait a minute, I'm not being proposed to.
That would suck so bad.
Yes, that unfortunately does happen. Somebody said it was New Year's Eve. All our friends were there. And then his parents showed up to the party by surprise. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. I really knew he was going to propose. I started to get all misty, teary-eyed. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Except it didn't.
Ugh.
I had to wait another year and a half.
Oh, that
geez.
stinks.
Somebody else texted in and said, we had been dating 3 years and had even discussed marriage. At a party, I overhear him telling somebody about a, quote, big day and the big decision. I got so excited I started to cry. He came over to see what was wrong, and the people at the party are watching, and I say, yes, without him asking.
Oh, no.
A few people start clapping. And he asks, yeah, to what? I say, yes, I'll marry you. He then grabs my hand, pulls me aside into another room, and says, what's going on? I explained to him about the big day and the big decision. He said, yeah, I was talking about a fishing tournament.
Oh, big decision is a mackerel.
Talking about snook.
Dang. That's a letdown.
Well, the decision was bait. I mean, what are you going to use for bait? I mean,
you always go
marlin.
live. Always go live bait, Gail.
Worms or what about Rapella?
What?
That's a fishing term.
Rapella?
Rapella.
Okay.
It's a Yeah, I was into fishing for about 2 weeks when I was 12. And the cool lure you would get would be called a Rapala.
Really?
I could be wrong. All the Guy Harveys out there, let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay, Guy, if you're listening, let us know. Somebody else who got the false impression that they're getting proposed to, somebody texted in and said, yeah, I stupidly told my girlfriend of year that I got her something bright and shiny for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Apparently she thought it was a ring. It turned out to be headlights for her car.
Oh.
Hers were messed up. I wanted her to be safe. I never thought that she would think it was a ring. She opens up the box and bursts into tears in front of her family. Everybody in her family was mad at me. I'm like, what? What's wrong? Bright and shiny?
She told all of them.
Yes. I'm getting. Guess who's getting something bright and shiny for Christmas?
No, you're not. You are, girl. Oh, my God. We're so happy for you.
Headlights. Somebody said, yes, for 3 years we were dating. We were doing a duet in our church, Christmas play, and at the end of the performance, apparently somebody witnessed this who was in the congregation. This guy pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket to read a poem to this woman who's on stage at the church. The entire church, as we're sitting there, we're like, okay, we're going to watch a proposal here. He finishes this poem and then says, thank you, God bless everyone, and he walks away. She's standing there like confused because she thought that this whole beautiful moment that he orchestrated was all about a proposal. She's standing there by herself on the stage, didn't get the cue that she should walk off with him. She just stands there and starts crying loudly.
Oh, damn.
Apparently got in a huge fight in the rec room afterwards. So. Yeah, okay. Does happen. Got a story that you want to share? You can. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Jaybird, apparently you're right but wrong.
Oh.
You're right on the lures, but you're saying it wrong.
Rapala, I thought.
Let me see. Somebody said you're yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's
all these
just
Johnny-come-latelys trying to correct me.
Rapala.
It's Rapala. Dang it.
Watch yourself.
Right?
Am I close?
Am I close?
Okay. There you go. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Jaybird yesterday lost sudden death. There was a viral video, and a lot of people do this when you lose for your fantasy football league. You got to do something stupid. I'd heard a bunch of people, they were sending me emails, be like, yeah, I heard that buddy of mine in our fantasy football league, he had to wear truck nuts on his car.
Oh, the college things are terrible. They're very polarizing.
Yes, they really are.
People will get mad at a person with truck nuts. I saw it happen in a parking lot one time.
Yeah, he said that his place of work made him take it off. He wasn't allowed driving his car to work.
I saw a lady like start yelling at this redneck guy, and he didn't know what to do. Truck nuts, polarizing.
So Jaybird was to cover himself in peanut butter and go to a dog park just like another guy who had lost his fantasy football league did in a viral video.
Yeah, I'm already fighting with somebody online who said the video was weak.
Oh, come on, man. I actually liked it. I thought it was great.
It's all good.
Okay.
You know who liked it? Your dog.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't bring him to the dog park. He would not get in my truck yesterday or Denny's station wagon. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'll eat some peanut butter when you get back.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and he did.
He did. Okay. All right, so how did it go down? We're going to hear from that coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Talking about people who've gotten the false impression that they were getting proposed to and they actually weren't. Do you like this move, yes or no? This is one of the text messages that we got. I was with my man. We were discussing marriage. So I had a feeling it was coming. He said, let's go on a trip in October to St. Pete, which is where we had our first date.
Uh-oh.
I buy a new dress, get a manicure, get pretty. I'm like, okay, it's obvious, right? Come on, right? So we go over there. We spend the entire weekend. We just hang out at the beach. And I'm like, every move he makes, I'm like, yes. Yes, okay.
I'm just waiting.
Just waiting, nothing.
Practicing yes.
Nothing. I'm waiting for dinner, and he's like, what do you want to eat? He's like, I don't know, let's just go in here. Everything, the entire weekend, I'm just waiting. It's like, can't do anything. And I'm like, he's going to propose. The weekend ends, we come home. No proposal whatsoever. 2 weeks later, we're on a jet ski out in the ocean. He pulls out a ring, proposes, and then almost drops it in the water. He set up the entire trip to St. Pete to throw her off the scent. Okay, so that's my question.
Diabolical.
Okay, do you like that move, or is that like, no, come on, man?
I mean, it's messing with her emotions. Why would you do that?
Funny or not funny?
If she's laughing, it's funny.
Okay.
If she's not laughing, it's not funny.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a text. I can't tell the tone.
And you got to talk to her.
Yeah. Okay. I was just like, I don't know. So if a guy's out there doing that, do you like where I put the ruse and I trick you into thinking you're getting proposed to, but I'm going to make you wait? You better know your girl.
It's a lot of games.
You better know your girl.
Yeah.
And you better know that your girl would laugh about it and not be like, thanks, douche.
Right.
Because do you want your partner like pining and then being sad and then going through all these emotions?
You
like,
buy a dress, you get a manicure, there's excitement. You're driving up to St. Pete, you're driving back to St. Pete with disappointment.
yeah.
Just saying, okay.
Just know you broke her heart a little bit.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I wanted to get Virginia's take on that.
I don't like it.
Okay, I didn't think you were going to like it.
I don't like
I'm not sure I like it either. It's a lot of
What are we doing?
lot of stuff going
Why
on
are we playing
here.
all these games?
You're making her feel bad, but you're tearing her down to build her up. I don't know, man.
He's kind of a power jerk. I don't like him.
I'm not saying he's a power jerk.
I don't
I'm
like
I'm
this
just
guy.
Now
saying
that's the reaction I was anticipating.
it's a lot. It's
No. You don't get to be in control of everything, dude.
Okay.
Ugh, I don't like him.
Yesterday on the show, we did a sudden death. There was a fantasy football league. The guy that lost, to pay it off, he had to go to a dog park covered in peanut butter and make a video. The video went viral. So we did for our sudden death yesterday, the lowest playing card, the person who drew it had to cover themselves in peanut butter and go to a local dog park and see exactly how it went down. And to see, too, would an owner come and approach them? Like quickly, or would they just be like, what is that guy doing?
Well,
would you
honestly,
get weird looks or would you get approaches?
I mean, I got weird looks at first, and then everybody at the dog park knew who I was. Like, Jaybird, Dennys? What are you guys doing?
Man.
I know.
Yeah.
And you always get weird looks.
I always get well. If you watch the video, the last people they don't know what's going on. The one woman thought Dennys was a creeper filming her. She was more creeped out by Dennys.
Oh, yeah.
She thought I was mentally unhinged.
Well,
She didn't know it was me until I
She
walked
was-
up to her.
yeah.
She's like, Jaybird, what are you doing?
What are you doing? The video, you can see it, is posted up on our social media, our website, kvjshow.com, and it sounds a little bit like this.
I lost sudden death today, and the loser had to cover their body with peanut butter and walk into a dog park. Hi, doggies.
Not much audio.
Very happy to see you.
Anybody see a jar of peanut butter around?
I love everybody on the bench at this time. They're actually looking around.
looking down.
Like they're trying to help this guy out.
They wanted to help me to get me out of there. The last people there, they didn't know what was going on. The one guy, the one dude looks at Dennis, goes, "What the f is that guy doing? Was that peanut butter?"
No.
Nah.
Thank you.
There you go. You see the entire video.
It's a visual thing.
I love it, though. It's great. Go check it out. It is up on our Facebook page. Going to get on the Instagram and at kvjshow.com. Nice job. Jaybird has paid that off. Coming up here on the show, we got the joke jury.
Ooh.
Yeah. That is going to be coming up here in just a couple of
big
minutes.
fun.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to laugh, Coach.
Yeah. And also, we've got some tickets I need to start blowing out here today. Some big shows going to be coming up. Rib Roundup, and also Dave Matthews Band. It's going to be going on here. How you'll win those tickets, I'm going to tell you in a second. Oh, yeah. KVJ show here. Do you have an ex? If you have an ex and their phone number, this could be the combo to get you Dave Matthews tickets or Rib Roundup tickets. Ooh. Got an assignment for you here today. And what we get throughout the course of the day and the best responses to this assignment is who's going to win our tickets coming up on tomorrow's KVJ show. It's another text your ex assignment here. So what I want you to do, you got to send just this cryptic message, and we will post it up on our Twitter as well so you can get it in case you can't remember it. But something at least to this effect. You need to send them a text right now. Hey, is there any way I can borrow $500? It's too hard to explain why over a text, ... That's it.
Oh, you are trying to just cause drama. That right there, for some people, that is awful.
Okay, that's it. Could you imagine doing that, Jaybird?
No.
Okay. You don't want to play along? You don't have an X or two you want to text us out to?
You don't want
to get in on this game?
I do not want to
You
get
could get tickets?
No.
Give me his phone. I'll text one of his exes.
What are the tickets to?
You get Rib Roundup or Dave Matthews?
Wow, it's a pretty good bill.
Winner's choice.
Yes, that's right. Best responses from your ex. Well, what you got to do is you got to do that, screenshot it, then you can text it to us. You can email it to us, mail at kvjshow.com. So again, here's what we want. This cryptic message for text your ex. Hey, is there any way I can borrow $500? It's too hard to explain why over a text. ... That's it. Don't need to respond back to them. In fact, leave them hanging.
Question. I'm just because, how do we know they're really texting their ex?
We don't. We can judge through it. So
Okay.
go ahead, set it up. If you make us laugh, you're going to win. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm too busy, man. I got time to police these kind of things.
People always like, was that real on the air? I don't know.
We're here for entertainment purposes only. I don't know.
These people could be lying. I
Was
don't
Miss
know.
Cleo real? I don't know.
I don't know what's real
Did
anymore.
she entertain the heck out of you?
Kevin gives comedy points.
That's it.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's it. That's all we're doing, baby. Comedy points. All right, the jokes, though. We got this. Producer Dennys, joke jury. Myself, Virginia, Jaybird on the joke jury. His mission here is to get us to laugh. All right, Dennys, what we got with joke number one here?
What do you rub on pigs when they're sore?
I already like it.
What do you rub on pigs when they're sore? I have no idea. What do you rub on pigs when they're sore?
Ointment.
Solid. I love it. I didn't know where it was going.
Starts with animal comedy.
So
you know,
good.
Virginia's going to be in.
That's a good one.
Ointment. Okay.
Well crafted.
Oh, my gosh. That is. Denny's is starting strong here today.
Second
Okay.
joke for you guys. What did Mr. Peanut say when he left for work?
I don't know. What did Mr. Peanut say when he left for work?
Be back in a jiff.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
It's a thinker.
That is the thing.
Peanut butter was on the
Smart
brain.
man. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Third joke for you guys. What do you call a peaceful painter who loves reggae music?
A peaceful painter who loves reggae music. I don't know. What do you call him?
Bob Rastafarian.
Okay.
Now that's just smart comedy.
That's just, I mean,
Sophisticated
whoa.
comedy,
I feel like I'm at like a Harvard improv.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. Wow.
You're like Kravitz Center, like the Kravitz place. What's it called? Kravitz House.
Lenny Kravitz?
No, the Kravitz.
Kravitz house.
What's that place called?
Haven't you lived here your whole life?
I have lived here my whole life. The Kravitz Forum. What's it called?
How do you not know?
I don't know.
Some of these basic landmarks in the
trying to
town
play-
you grew up
All right,
in.
I'm derailing. I'm derailing the real comedy. I'm sorry.
We just went from talking about how smart it was to the Kravitz Forum.
Let's see. Fourth joke for you guys. What did Han Solo fly when he was young and angsty?
I don't know. What did he fly?
I think you guys do know.
I think I know.
The Millennial Falcon.
Oh.
Young and angsty.
Young and angsty.
Millennials are getting older, dog.
They are.
Millennial Falcon.
That joke's not going to work. And final one for you guys. Why is Miranda Lambert so kinky in the bedroom?
I don't know why.
Because she's not afraid to toss a salad.
She threw the salad in the guy's face.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Topical, Kev.
Yes. Well, you got to pay attention to the dirt of the day to get that one.
Nice round.
And I do every
Yeah.
day.
That was some good stuff.
Good job.
Jaybird going blank there reminds me of what I saw on Twitter last night. You ever have it where you just forget a basic word and you're like,
Yeah.
hello? Yeah.
Do I?
I had a feeling Jaybird could relate to that. So they were having people comment on Twitter. Just ever forget a basic word and you're like, what? One of the comments said, yeah, my friend once forgot the word for what she wanted at a restaurant. She was trying to explain to the waiter. She said, yeah, it's like a really, really wet salad. He's like, you want soup? It's a really, really wet salad. What's the name for that thing? Somebody said I forgot the word for banana, and I'm like going, it's yellow. It comes in its own case. Banana? Somebody said I had random brain freeze and I forgot my own husband's name, and I was introducing him to the chairman of my company where I worked. Yeah, this is my husband.
That happens to me. I will be introducing like lifelong friends, like you guys, and I'll be like, bah.
It can happen.
Yeah, what is that? You're like, this is my husband. What is your name?
Gosh, known him for years.
Wow. And your chairman, your company's like, okay.
You're an idiot.
Or no, I'm thinking you're lying. Somebody else said I'm a horticulturalist, and I got organisms and orgasms mixed up in front of a large group of 18-year-old boys.
Oh, man.
That's rough.
I couldn't figure out why they were laughing.
You gotta run.
Hopefully
you
it
gotta get out of that room.
Hopefully it wasn't a demonstration, right?
They're paying attention. Talking about a lot of people forgetting about just basic words that you shouldn't. On Twitter, people were talking about, that word you like for whatever reason. I just couldn't remember it. Banana was one. That wet salad, that soup. Somebody said when I was pregnant, for the life of me, it's like going, it's round. I put it in my mouth, and somebody's like, you mean a spoon? Yeah.
Oh.
I also went to get something off the printer at work, and I walked outside.
That can happen on the air too. Though you're talking and you know you're live and you're in it and you're talking like, oh, what's that word? Crevice Forum.
Yeah, I know. Somebody said I was at McDonald's yesterday, and this guy that came in from the drive-thru, and he's like going, "Hey, I don't have any of the white powder on my fries," and people are like,
"Cocaine."
Yeah, that's South Florida. Yeah, wait.
Wow, those sound like fun fries.
And they're like, I don't know what, and they're trying to be like, do you want like cheese? Like he's like, no, the white powder, and he's like getting frustrated, and they're like, do you mean salt? He's like, yes, that. Just I don't know what it is.
Salt.
You can't remember. Somebody said I went to the store and I asked for pepperino. They said, you mean pepperoni? I said, no hablo inglés.
Pepperino.
Yeah, you're like, wait, what? What did I just say? So it happens to a lot of us. How often in our life have we been in a situation where you see someone that is attractive, you're interested, but you don't know what their status is. You don't know what's going on, but you know that, hey, I'm single, ready to go. If given the opportunity, I would love to hang out with this person. Now, Kim is on here from the 305, and she's got an issue trying to figure out, okay, how does she play this right now? Tell us a little bit about this guy. Who is he, and where do you see him all the time, Kim?
Okay, so he lives in my apartment building, actually, and I see him at the pool every Saturday.
Okay. Okay, nice. All right.
I obviously noticed him immediately because he's very good looking. But the first couple of weeks, I just, grabbed a few glances at his body, and I didn't think much of it.
Okay.
Then on the third or fourth time I saw him, he asked me if the chair next to me was taken.
Okay.
I told him it was open. He sat next to me, and for the next 90 minutes, we had a great conversation and a really fun time.
Okay.
And now we've done this for the past 3 weekends in a row.
Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like you kind of got this thing, every single Saturday, this is how it is. I'm going to go to the pool about this time. He's probably like, oh, I hope that, and maybe he's thinking hot Kim is down there, that chick is down there. So this is kind of our little meetup thing.
I can kind of picture what this guy looks like. He doesn't have abs. He's got a dad bod, but it's endearing.
Really? No, I'm actually thinking that it's like a Miami Hot. She lives in one of those like really cool buildings with the nice like 7th floor pool.
Is it a dad bod or does he have abs?
It's definitely the latter. He is super hot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got the wrong picture here, Jay Bird.
He was hopeful that Dad Bod would be winning out.
We're talking Miami here. We ain't talking,
Oh, Miami out west. You never know.
We're talking reality, not your dreams.
So it seems like things are going okay. Like you guys have this whole thing going on. So we're talking about getting to the next level with this dude, but there's a little bit of a speed bump here. What's going on, Kim?
So last Saturday when I was with him, I was like, you know what, next time I'm just going to work up the nerve to ask him to hang out somewhere outside of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see him at the valet for our building, and a girl gets out of the car, and he helps her out, and he kisses her on the lips, and then they walked into the elevator together.
Oh.
He kissed her stomach?
On the lips.
Oh, I'm sorry. My headphones
You're not really adding a lot to this.
My bad. You hear what you want to
It's
hear.
going all smooth. Let's turn it over to Jaybro.
I'm going to not talk. I'm sorry.
On the lips. Okay, if it could be like his sister or something, I don't think it would be on the lips.
You can tell from body language. Did it seem like they were together kind of thing, or was it more of like this is just a friend kind of thing?
No, they're definitely together. It was like a, hey, babe, let me get your hand. Let's go to the elevator kind of thing. So they were very clearly together.
I rarely do that with my sister.
Yeah,
rarely.
Okay, so my question here is it then like, okay, it's all done? Like, what do you do if you're at the pool then on this Saturday and here he shows up again? Like, how do you handle it and what do you do?
That's my thing. Like, I don't know if I should mention it to him or if I should just kind of ignore it and just keep hanging out. Like, if I don't know anything until he says something. I don't know. I mean, last weekend I was definitely like flirting with him like hard.
Okay.
And like, I don't know if would it be wrong for me to like continue flirting with him the way I am?
Yes, if he's got a girlfriend, it would be wrong for you to do that.
Yeah, because now you have the evidence. You have it in front of you. I don't think it's so bad for you just to say, hey, I saw you the other day with a girl walking into the building. Do you have a girlfriend or are you single? Because I don't want to hit on a guy that's got a girlfriend.
Absolutely. It's that the witch has got
That's the best way to say it. That's not awkward. That's right. Just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you guys are sitting and talking, that's an easy thing to come.
Easy.
Come on. So I saw you the other day with. Is that your? All you have to say is that your girlfriend you were with? And then he'll say, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. Or
just be like, I don't want to start any trouble.
Yeah.
What if he hit her up with something like, yeah, no, it's a girl I've gone on a couple dates with kind of thing? Does Kim need to back off? Or if it seems like he's not in a committed deal, you can go ahead and hit the accelerator and try to be the one that takes her place?
I think if he's not in a committed deal, you keep flirting.
It's all what you're comfortable with. If you are, just know you got competition out there. If he's single and he's dating other girls and he's kissing her lips and their stomach or whatever he's kissing.
I don't think they kiss the stomach.
I'm just saying. It's going to probably eventually lead to that.
Probably not in the elevator, though.
No, I don't love it in the elevator.
Living it up as I'm going down.
Well, the only other thing that I'm immediately thinking of with this guy right here, maybe I've got the wrong vision, but I'm thinking nice apartment, downtown thing. You got the valet, you got the pool thing going on. Probably a good place. Is this guy a player? Is this guy the kind of guy? Because the fact that he comes over to Kim at the pool and he's like, hey, is this seat taken? Like, he's making the kind of moves that if you were in a committed relationship, you would make. Now, if you're in a committed relationship and you're a player, he's doing exactly what you do.
If a guy comes out and says, look, I like to date a bunch of women, you would classify me as a player. I think you're beautiful. I'd love to spend time with you, but this is what I am. Is he a jerk or is he just an honest guy saying what he is?
I don't think he's a jerk. I think that women are going to think they can change him, though, and they're going to try to get involved with him and, I'm going to show him how great he can be. I'll make him a one-woman man. But a lot of times a player's going to play.
Based on what Kim knows, are you red light, yellow light, green light, Virginia?
I'm yellow light, but I'm going to just be upfront with him, and I'm going to tell him what I saw and then watch his face and see how he reacts and see what he's saying. And you'll be able to tell pretty quickly if he's like you've caught him with his hand in a cookie jar.
If he's a player, though, he might be calm and be like, that's just a girl I hang out with every now and then.
You want to join tomorrow night with me and her? That's what a player would say.
Really? That quickly? Is that what they do?
I'm going to kiss all y'all stomachs.
Oh, yeah. He's going to kiss their...
Okay. Any thoughts for Kim? Ever been in this kind of like situation? What do you think? You red light, yellow light, green light? How does she go about this? 877-979-WRMF. You can call her, text us here, 877-979-9763 at the KVJ Show.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/KVJ Show.
If somebody's got a boyfriend or girlfriend, are they still fair game? Now, we don't know what's going on with Kim and the hot pool guy that they've been having conversations with on Saturday. Somebody said, look, if he hasn't made any kind of move in 4 weeks, he's either not that into her or he has a girlfriend. But I don't know. I'm guessing that he probably has the girlfriend because if he's not into her, he's not going to come over and keep sitting down next to her.
That's so just because someone's sitting down talking to you doesn't necessarily mean they want to sleep with you. You can just be a person that likes conversation. Just because you're talking to somebody. Anything.
Somebody texted in and said, even if he is dating someone, he isn't married. Go for it. I broke up my now wife and her 3-year boyfriend. Been married almost 4 years now with 2 beautiful kids.
I don't know. I don't like that. So, yeah, your agenda's great and your life turned out good, but the person you wrecked, they hate you.
Somebody thinks that the end justifies the means.
Well, then what's the point? How can you ever get mad at someone that cheats on you? Then no one's ever responsible for their actions.
And some people just kind of like had that laser vision. Somebody else texted in and said, when I first met my now fiance, he walked into a bar to meet some girl. When he first walked into the bar, I told my best friend, I'm going to marry that guy one day.
Really?
And I had that laser focus. I didn't know who this girl was. I didn't know if they were together or just friends. Turns out they were just friends, but I knew right away. And yep, sure enough, now we're engaged.
If you're dating somebody for 2 years, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and then some new person's coming in there, they got laser focus on your mate, you should be pissed off at that, and it's not cool.
They got laser focus. I got knife focus.
Yeah.
I will stab a girl.
Yeah, I don't like it, Kev.
Okay, somebody said, just ask this hot dude at the pool to grab a drink. That puts the ball into his court. To be honest.
Just ask him if he's got a girlfriend. Why is that so hard?
Yeah, I would totally just say, hey, I saw you. And I noticed.
Was that your girlfriend?
Yeah, you weren't alone. You were with a girl, and she was coming in, and you opened her door like, is that your girl?
And if it's your girl, if he does have a girlfriend, I personally would back out.
Yep, probably the best way to do it. Just,
call me when you're single.
It's just kind of interesting that some people are like, hey, look, just because you are in a relationship doesn't mean that you're taken. If you don't have a ring on it, then it's still open season.
You're called relationship
Signed,
wreckers.
Miranda Lambert.
Yeah, you go in and you ruin relationships.
Yeah, she said she didn't have a problem with it at all. She said, in fact, I'm not turned on to them until they got a wedding ring on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's what makes me attracted
That'd be like
to a guy.
some chick going, you know what? I don't care Panda's married. I've got my laser focus. Screw that old ass Virginia. I'm younger. I'm hotter.
Hold my gold.
Hold my gold.
I will take this girl out.
But in 10 years, Panda is married with 5 more kids and he's got a beautiful life. It's okay then.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Wrecking is wrecking.
Reckons wrecking.
Yeah, that's what we do here in Florida. We are very sinful. I don't know if you heard that Florida is the second most sinful state in the entire country, right behind
Nevada?
Yeah, with Sin City. They've got Sin
They've
City.
got Sin City.
Yeah, so of course you kind of go, well, token, you get number 1. We're number 2. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's according to Wallet Hub. Now, they base this off of 43 different key indicators of immorality. And apparently we achieved very high.
Let's see how many of these we did last weekend.
They looked at things like violent crimes, excessive drinking.
Check.
1 out of 2.
Gambling disorders. Got a few casinos around here.
Oh, gambling on Little League games considered...
Oh, man, yeah. You go to Miami and you see the Little League football games and the gambling's going on there. That's crazy.
When Boynton played Japan, I made so much money off Japan. Sorry, boys.
You bet against the hometown Boynton team?
Hometown wasn't good enough, and I knew that.
Dang.
Sorry.
Florida was number 1 in jealousy and number 4 in both lust and vanity.
How do you measure these things?
Probably with the plastic surgery with the doctors. You probably add all that
you're
in
right.
there.
They have a long, really boring list that breaks down how they took all these functionalities and put it into categories like lust and vanity. And if you feel like reading about 25 pages of information, then you can go to Wallet Hub.
All right, Jay Bird, I'll cover vanity if you cover lust.
I mean, you can see the lust part, too, because wasn't there just a story yesterday? They had some massage parlor.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't catch all that. What was going on?
So there was these ladies that were running these like day spas where you go to get a massage, but it was actually a cover for a prostitution ring. Yeah, they were bringing Chinese
we know
women.
that? I mean, that happen all the time.
But it was in Jupiter. It was in Stewart. It was in the northern part.
Also, they finally moved it to a decent part of town, and now we can't figure out that this still might be a front.
Yeah, for some reason I expect that.
When it's on Military Trail, we know it's something bad. But you put it up in the gardens, and all of a sudden it's nice.
Asia.
You almost can tell by the way the place looks
you
that something
can.
is up.
Big time. Or you know what? Just if you ever see a guy walking out of it, you can tell by his face what is going on.
He looks real relaxed.
Yes.
But he's running.
Or
he's looking over his shoulder.
I saw a guy coming out of the one on military one time, and his head was down the entire time. He was just like, I was like, oh, he's shame.
What were you doing there, Ralston?
Driving by.
Okay.
It's very busy. Yeah, I'm not there. Yeah.
We're watching you.
Oh, maybe people are coming to Florida for the sin, but they're coming in record numbers. They say that we set a record for travel and tourism last year for the state. Visit Florida said 126.1 million people came to Florida in 2018.
Wow, that's a lot.
Half of them for rub and tugs.
Do they count that by how much free juice they give out at the state line?
Yeah, I don't know how exactly they do the tally on all
Because I
that
live
stuff.
here, but I stop for the free juice every time.
Do they really do that? Yeah.
Free juice? Where is this
There's
at?
free juice when you cross from Florida into, is it Georgia? Yeah.
What?
They give you free, you get a choice.
I never got free juice.
You can get free grapefruit, or
Where
you can
is
get
this?
coming into Florida, not leaving.
On what road? Because I've taken 95.
I-10.
So what is it?
Okay. You're taking hillbilly roads.
No, I-10 goes across the country. It's not a
yeah.
hillbilly road.
Oh, it's a hill. It goes. Oh, I've been on I-10. It's very hillbilly.
Is it I-10, not hillbilly?
It's hillbilly, Virginia. It hits every hillbilly town.
There's a little hillbilly. Is there just like a juice stand where some guy?
No, it's the
They don't do that on 95.
It's the welcome center. You go in there. There's a big
I don't know what you're talking
Am I
about.
the only
Blue
one-
Angels plane.
It totally sounds made up. Yeah.
No, we stop every
Sounds
time.
sketchy.
Yeah, this
It's
is
not
nuts.
sketchy.
They give you a
Googling
bag
it.
of boiled peanuts with it.
No, you get free juice, grapefruit or orange.
It's just weird that the things that creep you out and the things you actually are involved with that you should be creeped
There's
out
no,
about.
yeah. You hand me roads. What is it? Rest stop juice.
free juice.
Free rest stop juice.
Just say that. Say it really quickly, Virginia. Free rest stop juice.
You're making it dirty.
No, I'm not making it dirty. I'm
There's
stating
not
what
some
it is.
sleaze bag like the guy that was trying to hit on Aunt Ann
You
selling
free
juice.
rest stop juice.
This is a woman who lectures me about putting hot pockets in my body, and you're taking strangers' juice on the
Free
side of the
rest
road.
stop juice.
Welcome center.
Free rest stop juice.
I've said all I can say.
It's so legit.
That's gnarly. I guess they've got it too if you take the Turnpike 75 out of the state.
Okay.
Dang.
Get the free juice. I'm telling you, it's fresh squozed.
Is I-10
Fresh what?
Squeeze, squoze, whatever it is.
Wait.
What's the
You
past
thought
tense of
squoze.
squeeze?
You know, squoze. You come up with some very interesting words the last couple of days, Virginia.
You have.
I'm sorry.
Is I-10 the same place where you see all the signs for Cafe Risque? We bear all.
No, that's going up
No.
to Jacksonville.
Okay, that's
That's 95. I got
okay.
Yeah, I got a buddy that I think it is.
Yeah.
I got a buddy. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I think so because I was in Tallahassee. We were at a Seminoles game, and they were telling the story about how they were coming back from a Knowles game. Back to South Florida, and they're like, "Yeah, let's stop." And they were telling me all about
the
like
Cafe Risque.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard stories,
it's-
legendary stories about that place.
I think it was like a wood door, and it was like this. It was like a peep room kind of
I
thing.
think
where like
Panda has
the
gone.
window opens up. And,
Tex Panda. Do they serve food there? I think they serve food at Cafe Risque. And their
yeah,
big-
I think they did.
Their
Yeah,
big thing is we bear all. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna see it all, everybody.
yeah. And there's some
Can
truck
you?
stop chick drinking free juice. That's where they squeeze it.
Yeah, she's the one that squeezes it.
Yeah, at Cafe Risque. There you go. Oh, yuck. That's so gnarly. All right, coming up here in just a couple minutes. Spent a little bit of time on that Cameo website yesterday. Have you guys ever heard of this thing? You know what Cameo is?
Yeah.
Gosh, I went on there because somebody's like sent me an email and they said, "Have you seen that you can get your own personalized Vince Neil email?" And I'm kind of like, because the Motley Crue is coming out with The Dirt on Netflix.
He'll
the end
make
of
a
March.
video and it'll say, "Hey Kevin, this is Vince. Happy birthday."
Check out my new movie on Netflix. It's gonna be badass, bro.
Yeah, it's completely personalized. So I went onto this website. It's Cameo. I don't know. It's like cameo.com or something like that. But yeah, it's the level of celebrity they got on here. And you can actually, pay them a certain amount of money and they will send a personal message, video, text, birthday, whatever you want.
They got low budget celebrities on there. There's this one guy, Simon Rex. You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Dirt Nasty. He does like goofy raps.
Yeah.
He's on there, and I couldn't believe how much he was charging.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. In fact, coming up here in a second, I went through pretty much the entire catalog of everybody that's on it. There's even some Virginia celebrities that are on there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of my reality girls, housewives.
Nene Leakes is on there.
I love Nene.
Snooki is on there. Bethany Frankel is on there.
I love it.
Yeah, so we're going to play the Cameo game. We'll see if you can guess how much they're trying to charge for a personalized message coming up next. It's a website called Cameo where you can go on there and get celebrities to record a personal message for you. And you can, send it to your buddies for their birthday or anniversaries or whatever is going on.
Could it be very specific, though? Can it say, hey, Kevin, you look great today. Love your hair. The show sounded great. It could be specific.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it.
You can tell them exactly what you want them to say. Now, they're not going to go on for like 5 minutes, but they're quick little snippet videos, and you can craft it however you want.
Yeah. You can call in right now if you want some Dave Matthews tickets, play our Cameo game, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Here's kind of an example. This is Flava Flav, Vince Neil, and Corey Feldman.
Okay. The big hitters.
This is what their messages sound like on the Cameo site.
Hey, yo, Kelly. Kelly, surprise. Yeah, that's right. This is your boy, Flavor Flav in the building.
Hello there. Is this Tony? Hi, Tony. It's me, Corey.
See, there's that personal touch there.
Oh, my God.
There's your boy.
Yeah.
No, that's right. It's really me, and I'm really looking for you.
Hey, Vince Neil here.
Oh, boy.
Gosh, I can't take this.
This
is cringe overload.
Oh, man.
Hey, I want to wish Dave a happy Valentine's Day from Alicia and the kids. So you guys have a great time, and happy Valentine's Day.
He was so annoyed he had to do that. He's like, oh, man, I got to do this crap.
I think he was, but he's making some money,
Out of those, so that's what we have to figure out who's making the most out of those three?
No, the game is going to be a head-to-head. That's just an example of what the messages sound like.
Okay.
And what you really need to see is the visual on it. If you go to Cameo.com, you can see them because, typically when you see celebrities, one, they're famous for things that they usually did years ago. And two, they're not like getting glammed up. So when you're seeing some of them, you're like, ooh.
So wow. Vince Neil's not glam, Vince Neil?
The only takeaway I had is Vince Neil doesn't look good for Vince Neil. I was just like, oh my, what's going on? It's just.
He didn't put it together?
No, he's like in his kitchen. A lot of them look like they just woke up. Some of them just.
Did that keep it more real?
/ sad.
It's kind of almost like, you know what? It's paying for what you paid. You're almost going, wait, I paid for this?
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like.
Yes.
I mean, how long are these videos?
Usually, some of them are super fast, like 20, 30 seconds. It's not like they're going to go on for minutes.
They don't go on and on and on.
I mean, if I paid for the Corey Feldman one, that's all I got. Depending on the price, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
He's like sitting in whatever his home office would be at a chair, and he just looks like...
Home office.
You and I would look, yeah. It just looks like a regular dude that's just sitting there being like, hey, happy birthday. And you're like, okay, cool, I guess. So you guys can help out here. We're going to play a fun little game, the Cameo game. We got Carrie on here to play along. Hello, Carrie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. Got to get 3 out of 5 here. I'm going to give you an option. Who would you pay more money to get a personalized message from on the Cameo site?
And now keep in mind, I think they set their prices.
They do.
Because some of these people have a little bit of an inflated ego about their value.
That's what I love about it.
I.e. Corey Feldman.
This is not set by some board or governing panel. This is set by the celebrity.
And their handler. You're worth more than that, Corey.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take Corey Feldman and put him up against Gary Busey.
Okay, I have a pick who should be worth more.
Who do you think, Jay Bird?
I think Gary Busey should probably be more, right?
But Gary is going to be more realistic about his value than Corey.
You should pay more money for Gary Busey, I think. As far as, I don't know, right?
Oh, this is a tough game.
It's up to Carrie. Carrie, what do you think? Tough. You think it's Gary Busey or Corey Feldman?
I'm going to go with Corey Feldman sense of his own self.
Okay.
That's a good call. That's good.
And you've seen him in concert.
Yeah, no, he's got a bit of an inflated ego. He's going to overvalue himself.
Okay. It's Gary Busey.
What?
Gary Busey is asking for $325.
Oh, hell no.
$325. Corey Feldman is only asking for $202.
That's a hell no also. $200 for that?
This is a hard game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. $200.
All right, how about this one? What if you took Tommy Lee and Vince Neil? It's not the same price. One of them's asking for more. They're both in Motley Crue. They both don't like each other.
One's the front man, but one's the drummer that had a lot of popularity.
Because of a sex tape that came out in the 90s.
I think people pay more for Tommy Lee. I think he's a bigger celebrity.
I think I agree with you.
Think Tommy Lee gets more than Vince Neil?
I do.
My husband's a huge Tommy Lee fan.
He is, huh?
Yeah.
Most guys are. What do you think here, Carrie? Who's asking for more on Cameo?
I'm gonna go with Jay Bird and Virginia. Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Which, boy, when they get back together, I would love to have these two guys in be going, so why does Tommy think he's worth more than Vince?
Oh,
Just to
yeah.
get-
Do they still hate each other?
I like
Just
get that
throw
answer.
that out there and then sit back.
Yeah, I think they do. You'll find out a little bit more about them. I think, oddly enough, I think they were kind of like boys back in the day, high school friends. But, yeah, I don't think it ended that way. Yeah, Tommy Lee, $350. Vince Neil, $300.
Okay.
For a personalized message on the Cameo website. Okay, Virginia could help you out with this one. You get this one right, I'll hook you up with the tickets here, Carrie. Bethany Frankel or Caitlyn Jenner?
Oh,
This one's
no. This one's easy?
Who's asking for more money on Cameo for a personalized message? What do you think, Virginia?
So Bethany's got a multi-million-dollar thing going on, and, like,
So does the other one.
Caitlyn does, too. I think Caitlyn thinks more of herself than Bethany thinks of herself. I
Okay.
would say Caitlyn's more.
It's not going to even be close. Caitlin's going to be way more money.
You think so?
Totally.
I've heard Caitlyn is a diva, but this is all about getting into the mind of Bethany and the mind of Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Ugh.
what they're asking for a personalized message on the Cameo site. What do you think, Carrie, for the win here? Are you going with Bethany Frankel or Caitlyn Jenner charging more?
I feel like Bethany Frankel can't be bothered to do something without being paid a lot of money, but I don't want to go against the popular opinion. I'm going to go with Caitlyn Jenner.
This is a tough one, Kevin.
Okay.
I know. I was all Bethany, but I'm going to go Caitlyn Jenner.
For Dave Matthews tickets, Carrie, you are right.
Thank goodness.
And Jaber was right. Listen, Bethany Frankel is asking for $250 for a personalized message on the Cameo website.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let everybody guess. Virginia, what do you think Caitlyn Jenner's asking for? You know it's more than $250.
She better not be asking more than $300.
Okay, what do you think, Carrie?
$425.
Jay Bird?
$550.
You all have underbid $1,000.
What?
Caitlyn Jenner wants $1,000 if you're going to get a personalized message.
Is she getting it? Is she getting it?
I don't know. That they don't tell you. That. Well, actually, you can go and see if there's any messages that Caitlyn Jenner's left for anybody.
Wow.
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It don't feel right, Kev. How much is the Kevin Ralston? I want to put my money into that one.
Yes.
It's changed.
Not currently available on Cameo. Yes. 10 cents.
It's less than $2.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner at $1,000 a pop has 5 recorded messages listed.
Okay, $5,000 for what, about 90 seconds of work?
Yeah, but you don't know if that's the only ones. That's just the demos that they give you so you can see what a personalized message from Caitlyn Jenner looks like.
Well, if 5 people paid it, Caitlyn's winning.
Yeah, if one person pays it.
Yeah.
That was the highest I saw on the site. $1,000 was Caitlyn Jenner. Top.
Dang.
Celebrity, yeah. Overinflated? I don't know. Hey, if people pay it, I guess
If people
it's right.
pay it, it is not overinflated.
Did you give us the number for Corey Feldman, or is that part of the game coming up?
That I did. It was $202.
That's right, $202. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Nicole Snooki Pelosi, or Polizzi, or whatever her name is, or Nene Leakes. Who's asking for more money for a personalized message on Cameo, Virginia?
I mean, these are both business women, but I think Nene commands more because Nene is going to bring it. You can't compete with Nene. I go Nene.
What do you think, Jay Bird?
Snooki. So quick, my answer was, Kev?
Yeah, I did. And you're right, too.
Aw, man.
Yeah. Let's see who wins this head-to-head battle here.
What's the money on that? What's the money difference?
Nene Leakes asking for $200. Snooki $300.
Wow.
For a personalized message on Cameo. What about Flava Flav or Lance Bass? What do you think, Jay Bird? Flava Flav or Lance Bass?
I'd rather have Flava Flav, but I think Lance Bass is going to edge him out only because he's slightly more current, and I think you hear him in the news more. Give me Bass.
Okay, what do you think, Virginia?
I say give me Flava.
Okay, one of you is correct. It's Bird.
I don't think I've got one going wrong. You're 0 for 6.
This just shows you what I like.
Yeah.
It's the lower budget ones.
Lance Bass is asking for $199 for a personalized message. Flava Flav $150.
All right. Flava Flav start. The cheaper they get is the more realistic. Do they have anybody that's in like the $50 range?
They do. I think you got Perez Hilton is $28. He's like one of the cheaper ones. What about in the Shark Tank? Mr. Wonderful, that Kevin O'Leary guy, he's the bald dude, or Barbara Corcoran?
Both Shark Tankers?
Yeah, Shark Tank versus Shark Tank. Who's asking for more money for a personalized message, Virginia?
Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful's got the nickname. It's got to be him.
He is right next to Caitlyn Jenner. He's asking for $9.99.
Whoa.
That guy has got that bit we did. Got a lot of balls, buddy. He's got a lot of balls. Ask that.
Barbara Corcoran wants $4.99.
Insane from the Shark Tank.
From the Shark Tank.
Get out of here with this crap.
And what about this one? Final one. Who's asking for more on Cameo? Stormy Daniels, the porn star who makes trips to South Florida, or Chris Harrison? That's the guy that's the
Bachelor
host?
He's the Bachelor host. This is easy.
It is.
It's going to be the Bachelor host easily.
Chris Harrison.
Chris Harrison, you think, is worth more than Stormy Daniels?
I do.
I do.
You're right. He's asking for $450. Stormy Daniels, a personalized message, is $250.
I mean, I think all of these celebrities are nuts.
People are paying it.
Are they?
Yes.
I'd like to see the hard numbers on this. I know
I don't know how many. I mean, they're making messages, so messages are up there, so you can be at least Caitlyn Jenner got $5,000 out of it.
Because what I'm seeing is people like buy it for their girlfriend or boyfriend or something, and then they post it on their social media.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look!
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner left me a message.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Wonderful! It only cost me $1,000. Mr. Wonderful, $1,000? Oh, come on!
You could have saved some money. Guess who else has a thing on Cameo? Brian Callen, who was just in with us last
comedian?
week.
What is he charging?
What do you think? Brian Callen is on Cameo. How much does he charge for a personalized message?
I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't think it should be more than $30.
Virginia, what's Brian Callen asking for?
Show me $125.
$100.
I don't know, man.
Brian Callen, $100 for a personalized message.
Do you think that's too much?
I don't know. I mean, there's some people. Keep in mind, he's on the Goldberg. Some people watch that. If this, I don't know.
Someone just said Bret Hart, the wrestler. You know how I'm always talking about Bret Hart, the guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, he was one of the ones I went to because he's showing his photo from the 80s, and when you click on his messages, you're like, oh.
Yeah, he doesn't look. He's not 1989 Bret Hart anymore.
Bless his heart.
He's showing himself like 89 Bret Hart. Then you see the video, you're like, whoa.
He looks 89.
Bret Hart's going $150 for that. I don't know. That's so much money.
I think with about everybody on that site, you're going to feel like you paid too much.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I believe we have an interesting news report here. Is this the TV report, Jay Bird, of this congresswoman that was busted for changing the names?
Yes.
Oh, good heavens, boys. You think it's funny, but maybe not if you're this guy, Fortenberry.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, Congressman Jeff Fortenberry is running for re-election. That's Fortenberry. Well, this week, some rascal went and vandalized one of Jeff Fortenberry's yard signs. Now, as you can see, the first thing they did was they covered the congressman's real eyes with some ridiculous oversized googly eyes. And then a piece of white tape was applied to turn the O in his name to an A, resulting in a just really juvenile joke about flatulence. And then down there at the bottom, it says strong families, strong communities, strong odor. See, that would be a reference back to the part where his name was changed to Fartenberry.
I think it's brilliant.
Fartenberry. Yeah. Uh-huh. Real funny, huh? Just to let you know, the cops actually caught that woman who vandalized the congressman's campaign sign. They were able to pull fingerprints off those googly eyes.
Doe?
Yeah. Doe is right.
Good.
Yeah. Now guess who's getting the last laugh? Fartenberry. There's a guy in North Carolina that has been charged with assault for hitting a man with, quote, a porcelain watermelon topped with a chicken. A porcelain watermelon topped with a chicken.
Huh.
It's a...
Sounds beautiful. That's like a decorative bowl or
it's
something.
like a figurine.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. In Ohio, a guy who didn't like hearing about his 47-year-old prison sentence did not react well. He turned immediately to his attorney after hearing his sentence of 47 years in the clink and punched him out cold.
If you get it,
please, is there video?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to tell you. If you go on YouTube, there are so many videos of people reacting to their sentence, and it's pretty entertaining. This one guy, he collapses and faints in the courtroom. They have to drag it, they have to wake him up.
Oh wow.
Just to let you know, this guy wasn't done. He then pounced on his now knocked out attorney, and they had to try to drag him off of him. When they were, he was apparently chewing on his attorney's leg.
Oh my gosh.
How did he get that close?
His attorney, he's
punched him
sitting
out
next
cold,
to
but
him.
then pounced on him. He goes, "Ah!"
Bailiff, he's chewing on me.
He couldn't
No,
say
the
it.
guy
He's
was
out
knocked
cold.
out.
That's a terrible story.
Well, boom.
I mean, talk about a bad day at work. The attorney wakes up, he's like, what just happened?
Did we win?
I got knocked out and somebody ate half my leg?
Objection, Your Honor.
It's just sinking in that he lost this case, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Oh, wow.
Oh, by the way, they've added on more charges, but do you really care if you're already spending 47 years in the clink?
Yeah, you're like, whatever.
Give me 10 for eating my lawyer's leg.
Whatever. If you're from West Virginia, I grew up in that area. My grandparents, my whole family's from there, so I know it very well. It's not the most ethnically diverse state, if you've ever been there.
A lot of crackers.
There are, Virginia. It's just fact of the matter. Well, there's a woman that was there in West Virginia. She didn't like the fact that their white bread state's being overrun by people of darker skin.
Ay.
She was in a restaurant, and there was a manager there who was speaking Spanish, Espanol. She said, I just wanted to let you know this is America. We speak English here, not that darn Spanish. Then he reminded her, ma'am, this is a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, my God.
What a dummy.
What an idiot. What was her response? Oh?
What a fool.
Oh, God heavens. Well, there's a guy in Oklahoma. He's probably watched one too many rom-coms. Because he tries to move on Tuesday that sounds like something you would see that only would work out in a rom-com. He and his girlfriend get in a big fight.
That happens a lot. You'd be surprised how many people fight while they're moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's high stress, Kevin.
So what happened? She's like, yeah, I'm just out of here. She heads to the airport. He's like, I can't let her go like this. This is crazy. So what do they do in a rom-com? Something happens. He catches her at the gate and everything's great. She doesn't go.
Everybody in the airport's cool with it, that you're delaying the flight.
Yeah.
TSA doesn't stop you.
Yeah. They're like, in fact, he gives you a little smile. Go get him, kid.
And a wink.
Yeah, a wink. Yes.
Again, this is real life, not a rom-com. So when you think, aha, I'm just going to catch my angry girlfriend at the airport and everything's going to be fine. It's not going to work when you go steal a Pepsi truck, drive to the airport, and then on the way, you don't even get there because you rear-end a school bus.
Oh, damn.
It does take the romance out of it.
Yeah, oddly enough, he was arrested, and I think she actually just wound up bumping him.
She's like, thank you.
She's like, oh my gosh, I dodged a bullet on that one.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And a nail salon in Ohio is taking some heat. People in the community don't like the name of the nail salon, and they're moving to have it changed because of their prominent signs that says hand jobs, nails, and spa.
Oh, it's so clever, though. I mean, it's clever.
Is it? You can't say hand jobs.
Well, if you're doing a job on the hand.
It's true.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Not everything's perverted.
That's what they're saying. They're saying, well, it's not our fault you got a dirty mind.
Okay.
You're not
Everybody
buying.
knows what a hand job is.
Oh, is that really that offensive of a term? I mean,
Yeah.
is it?
You can't put it on a sign.
Well,
I guess I don't know the line.
That's what the courts will decide, Virginia.
Okay.
Because that's what they're battling over in Ohio today.
It's
Hold on. Y'all make it really tough to do a radio show around here.
Kevin, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not
Our
speaking.
commercials that got nothing in it, and then when Dennys comes in here, Virginia's yelling at him, and it's like,
Virginia.
He sent emails already about that commercial.
Behind the scenes madness. Get a sneak peek.
well, I'm like going, guys, you got to turn on some microphones around here.
Why? I'm surprised that you're surprised that we're not professionals.
Really, I don't know what to do here.
Hey, you hired us.
You did hire all of us, so it's kind of on you.
Good heavens. Well, if you want to see something fun, why don't you go check out Jaybird's sudden death video. He covered himself in peanut butter and went to a dog park. Got that from a viral video of a guy that lost his fantasy football league.
I'm not kidding you. If you put peanut butter in your hair and you get a little scalp massage, it is nice.
He likes the way his hair feels today.
I do. The peanut butter is.
I've heard that.
It feels good. It's a natural oil to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can go check out that video.
Cats are going to be following you all day.
That wasn't much of a punishment. I kind of had fun doing it.
I was going to say, yeah, the right guy actually lost. I was going to say, that definitely was all for you. Virginia was telling me, and this is maybe one of the most gnarly things. If you had to put together a list, top 3 things you hate to find when you go into a public bathroom stall.
Oh, well, I mean, the obvious.
The obvious.
Yeah, I think you can say that. But what Virginia discovered is one of those things that
here
at work
it's top
yesterday.
3.
So I was trying to leave yesterday, and this happened to me.
It's lawless in these hallways, in this bathroom.
Oh, I know.
You may tell you what happened?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to.
Oh, okay.
What is going on with you?
I didn't know if you were teasing.
Way to make it awkward on the air.
So I'm trying to run out of here because, I had that lawyer's meeting yesterday, but I wanted to go potty real quick because it was all the way in Stewart.
You had bad cramp. Like you had to poop, right?
No,
Okay.
it was number 1. And I run in there really fast, and I finish going pee-pee, and I go to grab the toilet paper. I didn't look at it before I went to grab it, which I usually don't.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just grab it. It was wet. The whole front side of the toilet paper. It's up on the roll. It's on the holder, but it's wet. The whole front side of it. Now, the back side was dry, but the front side was wet.
That's what bullies would do back at school. They would pee all over the toilet roll. It would dry, and then you would be in the toilet with that one roll. You're like, it's probably water. No, it's not.
You think girls would do that, though? It would be trickier
I would
for
hope
a girl
not.
to do that.
Okay, but what happened? Because when you see something like that in society, when you're in an elementary or high school, you kind of know what it was. But what happens when you're in a professional office building and the toilet paper is soaked in the stall? Why is it like that? What happened?
I convinced myself because I had touched it and I was so freaked out. I just kept telling myself that somebody had a water and they spilled their water on it.
No, that is the least likely option. It's two things happen. Either
first of all, why are you taking a open beverage into a bathroom stall?
It's not pee, right?
No, what they did was they grabbed the toilet paper because it was not on the roll. They had it in their hand. They dropped it in the toilet and then they brought it back out. That's option one.
Most plausible.
That's your best option.
Yeah, I like that.
The second option, somebody here is a peeing renegade, and we've seen the email. Someone's doing something lawless here. They peed on it, and they are sitting back watching their work.
They've been lawless in the men's room, and we all know that. And Leo, our boss, is currently investigating. But nobody's been this lawless in the women's room.
Objection, Your Honor. You have been on the stand here, and you have said at least on 2 different occasions there's been grossness in the women's bathroom. There's been spray on the wall.
There has been weird stuff, but I always presumed it was an accident. If someone's peeing on the toilet paper, that is a purposeful action.
I agree. And I would tell you this, too. If you could somehow find out that somebody did it, who did it, and it was intentional, immediate termination from their job. I don't care who they are.
I agree.
I think that's just one of those things that's just lawless. That
On
shows
purpose?
you've got major character flaws and you don't belong in society.
I don't even know how you would do that as a girl. You would have to put your leg up on the wall and like aim.
No, not necessarily. You take it, and then you just kind of hover right over it, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
But
you mean
you've taken
she
it off
took
of it,
it
you have
off
to-
the roll?
But then you've got to hold your PP paper that you just put on, and I guess maybe some people wouldn't have a problem
Do you
with
think, I mean, I'm not grossed out by my own pee. Are you?
that. I think
I'm grossed out by your pee, yeah.
Well, mine. Yeah,
I
get
think
that.
she could kick a leg up on the toilet dispenser and just have at it.
Or just pop a squat and let the good times roll, pun intended.
You think she's squatting over it?
I think we got somebody here that is a mad man or woman.
Yeah, a guy could have gone in there and done it.
But our key cards don't work for the
Mine
true.
work for the men's room. I've gone
Do
in
they
there.
really?
Yes, you get
Yeah.
into the woman's bathroom here.
That's so weird. You guys know that. I assumed they didn't.
Well,
I
when they-
assumed they didn't. You guys have tried it out.
Yeah.
Every time I go pee around these parts, the cleaning team is in there, and I'm like, yo, one kidney, I gotta pee. So, you know.
So you go into the. What are you going to do if a woman comes in there? What
After
if our
hours.
female boss, our head boss,
I
is
knock
seeing
on the door.
Yeah.
I go, hello, anybody here? And I'll usually have a female help me out with that, and then I'll walk in there and I'll pee. I've only done it twice. But
If a girl stands guard, you're fine.
yeah, it's during the Weird Whatever podcast. It's after hours. I feel like I'm covered.
it? Okay. All right. You got a
But
system
if that
to
has
it.
not happened in a couple, I'm kind of implementing myself in the crime. I swear it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's baffling in a professional office building why the toilet paper is wet like that. And if you drop it in the bowl, which is the most plausible, you don't put it back on there, you throw it away.
It was only half
No one
wet.
can use it.
The backside
Yeah.
wasn't wet.
It's almost like they were trying to dampen it and they only were half efficient.
I'll tell you one thing that did not happen. They did not bring no bottled water that spilled on the toilet paper. You need to stop living in the fantasy world.
I used so much hand sanitizer after I touched it. I was like, ah!
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got a couple comments on that. 877-979-WRMF. We'll get to in minutes. I think we all work in a professional office building. We got to deal with some weird stuff. What are you moaning over there for, Jay Bird?
My husband's giving Jay Bird a back massage.
Is that what that was?
And I think it just turned sexual.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound like if you listen to the radio.
I'm telling you what, you marry hands like that.
I did.
Yeah, those are good hands.
Yeah. Somebody's thinking that what you wound up getting there, Virginia, was a sweaty water bottle. Somebody set on the toilet roll dispenser, and then as they were going to the bathroom, it leaked down. So maybe there's...
I pray that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I never bring beverages in the stall, but maybe somebody else did.
Go to bed tonight, living that lie.
I have to. That's the only way I can go on.
You have to lie to yourself.
I have to lie to myself.
You guys ever seen that meme where, like, how people use public bathrooms and it has that person that's in the stall and they got their feet up and so all over the toilet and they're holding the stall and they're peeing down, they're pooping up in the air. Because you're just like, how does this happen? Like, why is it like on the ceiling? Like, how did you possibly make
So
this
much
happen?
spray.
It really is baffling. It really is baffling. You know, this is baffling too because our typical computer system isn't working that tells me like who's on the phone. So Denny's having to run in here.
And give you like little notes.
Yeah.
We're going on like day 14 of this.
No,
Notes.
we're not. It's like month 14.
You're right.
What are you talking about? Day. And so he hands me this folded piece of paper, and I unfold it, and I look at it, and I'm like going, oh my gosh, I can't show that.
That looks like a BH.
I'm like, what did Dennys give me? And I'm like going, oh my gosh, I want to show you on Kvj TV, but I got to like show you quickly. And I'm like,
Oh, that looks like such a
Right, and
What
I'm like,
is that?
I was like, oh, and it was very like, I'm like, what are we printing up around these parts?
It looks like somebody is doing this. I don't know if I could say that. It looks like
It looks like it is somebody that is laying down, legs kicked up, and it is showing the glory hole.
But what's glory one? It could be a couple.
Yeah. It took me a second, and I was sitting there. You ever had that where you look at something and you're like going, dirty or not? It's actually a fun game because oddly enough, you ever done that fun little camera game where you take your arm and you bend it and you take a photo of it? Especially guys can do it.
The bend in your arm looks like butt cheeks.
If I take my stomach, because there's a little hair there, I can make it look like a private part or an old man's butt.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That actually should be what we put up for fun today on our Facebook page. Can we do clean photos that look dirty? That does. Oh, let me get a close-up shot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to freeze that in there.
Make it sexy, Bird.
And
Make it sexy.
Let me see if we can make this so it looks dirty. Yeah, come on over here. So if people would be going, oh my gosh, you can't post that. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, take a look at that. It's on Kvj Tv. That's the photo I took on my phone.
It looks sickly.
It does. It looks like a sick man's ass.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a dead man's ass.
You got flu ass.
It's a clean photo that looks dirty. I love that.
Gross.
That is so gross. Yeah.
My stomach.
All right, we got to post that up on our Facebook here today.
We might get shut down.
Would we? I wonder because I guess you don't know. All right, you send them to us. You can text them to us. You can email them to us, and then we have to look at them and be like, okay, could that possibly be? Because if not, somebody probably will post something dirty. But if we're not doing it, right, we can't get in trouble, right?
I think if you post the original next to it, zoomed out, you'll be fine.
Okay, yeah.
But if it just looks like a hairy butt, which that does.
Yeah.
Does it look? It looks like the back, not the front.
It looks like the back.
That looks like a
but I feel like
very hairy though.
But I feel like I could also make it look like the front too if you give me enough time.
And imagine this: Facebook is already watching us.
Oh, I know that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to get that going. Yeah, we'll show before and after and get it going on Facebook. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, have you ever had a very awkward and embarrassing moment where you got rejected on your credit card? You set it all up, you think it's all good, then you go to pay. What were the worst circumstances? Because, boy, when it's pronounced and you're around the wrong people, man, it can be totally humiliating. Love to hear your stories. 877-979-WRMF coming up.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.
You ever been in a really awkward situation where your credit card gets declined?
Yeah.
What would you say is the most embarrassing?
Christmas time, Victoria's Secret. The line is out the door and everybody is pissy and boom, I get declined. It's so embarrassing because I had a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we'll just take it. I'm like, do you want me to go put it back? And they're like, no. And I just left the store of my head in shame.
That is the worst. Like when you have stuff, I've had it happen where I've ordered food and a lot of it.
Oh.
I remember I had the one time and I had the kids, the twins, when they were younger, and we were out, fast food place, tray was set up. It was McDonald's. And they're all excited, and then the food comes, and here their eyes light up, and they can't wait, and my card's declined, and I had no cash.
Oh.
And then they have to, like, take the stuff, and it was eye level for the twins at the time. And they were just like, what an awful father. He's terrible.
You seen me have my card declined 2 years in a row at what's that event we do?
Every year at the Honda Classic.
It's coming up.
The Honda Classic, for whatever reason, their ATM does not take my card. I swear to you, I had money in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I did.
Jaybird's got this card he brings out every year for the Honda Classic. Here's his move. He goes into the bear trap. He orders a round of shots for everybody. Then when he gets declined, he's like, hey, can somebody else pick this up?
Do you honestly think I would do that?
Of course not.
But guess who got stuck with the tab?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh, don't even get me started on being stuck with tabs when your drunk ass is around. I'm going to turn on you like you're turning on me. But the girls were hot that were around me.
I know. They were so cute.
Oh, it was awful.
And they were the ones selling us the shots, so he's trying to impress them.
And of course I get defensive. Oh, I swear I got money in my account.
I swear I have money. I swear I have money. He's flailing all around.
Terrible.
Okay, who got declined the most embarrassing time? 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Got Derek on here from Wellington. What happened with you, Derek?
So for Valentine's Day, I bought my girl a whole bunch of beautiful stuff, these like expensive clothes. And we were out shopping. So we're at the cashier. We had her beautifully wrap everything, put it in an ornate, fancy bag, with ribbon and handles. And then when it came to pay, my card was declined.
Okay, so do they put it back, or how did you handle it? What's your next? Because that's really it, because in the moment, you get that flush, burning feeling of complete embarrassment. You know that you're turning 10 shades of dark red. What was your next move? What did you go with?
I had to step outside and call my mom and ask her, hey, Mom, can you send me a couple $100 real quick? I get paid. I was getting paid in like the next day, but didn't have it on me. And she was so excited to get all that stuff, so she's clutching her gifts. So I just had to call my mom up and ask for an advance.
You know what? It's amazing, and I would have been nervous, the fact that if Derek's like going, yeah, I'm going to step outside real quick, I'm like, because you ain't coming back.
Right?
Right.
You're dipping.
Yeah, I'm going to make a call real quick. I'll be right back. I mean, if you're kind of only half in with this girl, yeah, she's standing there holding the gift. All right, so what happened when your card got declined? 877-979-9763. Got to tell you, getting some good photos in here, too, of It Only Looks Dirty. This guy sent a photo, and I don't know if this is from him, but it's a dude who's playing a video game, sitting on a couch, and he's wearing shorts, and he's got the video game controller that is laying in his lap, basically, and you look at it, he's sitting crisscross applesauce, and there is something that is poking out from his leg.
Wow.
Right.
That looks like a peen.
Because of his shorts the way it is, it takes you a second. You're like, what? First glance, you're like, this guy is, wow, growing out of his shorts. And you're like, wait a minute, that's the bottom of his big toe. Only looks dirty. There you go. Yeah, Dennys is getting all these, and we're going to post these up. So that one we definitely can get away with. So if you got a photo like that you want to share with us, you can text it to us, 877-979-WRMF. And if you got any stories, too, about where your card got declined, you can let us know. Having that credit card declined is a really embarrassing thing, but we're talking about basically just one credit card at the wrong time being declined. What about Joe here from Delray? Joe, you had more than one card declined at the same time?
I had every one of my cards declined. I used the rubber band wallet, you have your money folded and you put your credit cards in there, and I don't have a wallet. I like the rubber band wallet. It's easier for me. So from sliding it in and out, this guy didn't have, it would have took the chip, but he had to slide it. I demagnetized every one of my cards.
Oh.
How many did you go through that got declined in a row?
3.
Oh, that's a tough thing.
It was at an expensive golf course.
Oh. Everybody's looking at you like, maybe you don't belong here, sir.
Right.
Oh, they are definitely judging.
Right.
So
anyway.
So judgy.
Yeah, his chip wasn't working, so he had to slide.
Okay.
I didn't know because I always use the chip.
Yeah, I always wonder that. Why do they go with the chip now instead of the slide? Is it because of the magnification on the slide strip doesn't work that well? Do you know, Joe?
I don't know, but I've been doing this for years, so it's probably been demagnetized for quite a long time.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're using the chip all the time, then you do have no idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't know because you would never need the stripe.
Yeah. I wonder what that was. I assumed it was extra security, but I'm just assuming. I don't think anyone ever
That's
told
what
me
they
that.
told us when they sent me a new card and
But
said,
why?
throw away the stripe. Now we have the chip. Well,
What makes that more secure?
chip is the new stripe.
Wow.
Kevin,
Because
I'm
we
with
just
you.
take stuff in society and we just like, okay.
If you can hack a stripe, you can hack a chip.
I'm just like, why?
Kind of like daylight saving time. Okay, we'll do it. There are all these things we just go along with.
Yeah. Okay. You're just like, all right. That makes a lot of sense. And you never stop going, wait, why does that make sense?
You're right.
Why does a chip, better than the strip? I don't get it. Do Do you like this service, a company that will handle your breakup for you? They know that breaking up is hard to do, and it is really kind of uncomfortable a lot of times if you're trying to break up. And, when you consider it, too, depending upon how embedded you are in that relationship, it gets even more difficult. Imagine if you live with somebody. Sometimes you've got to separate this, separate that. This has got to be done, and it's paperwork, and it's blah, 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 blah. They will now step up, and apparently they will handle all the logistics of a breakup. That means that they will go in, they'll find you even a new place to live, they'll set up the utilities, they'll pack, move your stuff, get you out of your ex's place, even set you up on dates.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
It's going to be really affordable.
Actually, it starts at $99 for the basic package and only goes up to $500 for the works.
Really?
How do they afford that?
Yeah, this sounds like they're going to add on more stuff.
Move you for $500? Yeah, right. Set you
Maybe
up in a
they
new
call
apartment.
the movers. No, we'll call. Maybe they call the movers.
There's hidden fees in that.
Oh, so hidden.
It's called Onward. But yeah, I don't know how they exactly break it down. But yeah, if you've been through it, and the more things you've got together, sometimes there are those relationships, especially too, like think about a marriage. I mean, if you could have somebody going, look, I just want to keep, this is tough enough emotionally. Can you just handle all the unpleasantries and the paperworks and all that kind of stuff?
But aren't you a jerk if you're the one you're hiring your breakup?
Both people have to sign off on it if you're married. If you're married and you start moving stuff out the house, you're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Not if it's community property.
Okay. Well, maybe not the best service. I don't know. We'll see. Onward, if they make it. Those prices, I don't know how they're going to make it.
That seems low.
Yeah. Maybe they're doing those simple breakups. We do have a challenge for you for concert tickets for tomorrow. Text your ex. Already getting some good messages coming in. What you need to do if you got an ex and you still got their phone number, you want to text them this message. We just want the response. Hey, is there any way I can borrow $500? It's too hard to explain why over a text. ... That's what you send them.
I mean, who wants to get into any of that? I mean, for tickets? It ain't worth it, kid. Ain't no ticket.
Yeah.
Come on, let's text one of your exes. Come on.
Hell no.
Just for fun.
Nah.
Our favorite responses, we got tickets for Dave Matthews or Rib Roundup Music Fest. We'll start giving those away tomorrow about 7:30 here on the KVJ show. Okay, Jaybird is kind of the aficionado when it comes to pizza around these parts. He's got a pizza blog. Maybe you've heard of it. He goes around, he rates pizzas.
Not trying to be controversial. We want pizza to, bring people together, not tear them apart.
Yeah, well, people are just
Good
passionate
luck.
about it.
Anytime you have any kind of ratings thing going on,
Yeah, you're right,
you make
man.
it a competition. And anytime it's a competition, people get heated.
Well, I wanted to. People are saying I was too easy on the pizza, so I wanted to go slightly more critiquey. Is that the wrong move? Virginia over getting in my head. I got too much power over here. I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, you have to get a little critiquey because you have to have a level of separation.
You're right.
If everything's like 4.5 or 5,
Everything's great.
It's not.
Then you wind up going to a place and getting a pizza. You're going, no, I would have rather have gone to the other place and not this one. I wish I would have known. So you got to find levels. You have to be nitpicky to find levels of separation.
Not trying to destroy anybody by any means.
They did the best of the Palm Beaches yesterday, and the pizza place they chose, you adamantly did not agree with their selection for the best of Palm Beach County.
Virginia don't agree either. She just doesn't want to get caught up in my pizza controversy.
No, I think there's way better pizza
better
than Anthony's. I like Anthony's, but I like a little burnt. And I know the bird does not like it a little burnt.
Without the burnt. I'm sorry, it's not a top. It's not the number one pizza around here.
What is number one right now?
For me personally.
You haven't done all the work. What's number one?
Camille's in Lake Park. But people get on me about that because they're like, oh, it's the pizza you grew up with. You're jaded with that. Blah, blah, you're blinded. I love Camille's Pizza. I'll tell you this, doing the work, there are a lot of pizza places that are just about as good as Camille's out there.
Okay. Virginia, what's your number one?
I had it last night, Pizza Girls. You know me, I like fancy pizza. I like something special and unique.
Mm-hmm.
I had the white pie with the ricotta and the broccoli and the spinach.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
bet
red
it's good.
sauce on it.
Mhm.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
And their chili chicken pizza with the chicken and the red onions and the sauce is phenomenal.
Mhm.
I had a piece of each last night. I feel guilty today, but it was so good.
Plus, they got good craft beers, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I like that. Papa John's has got a new topping, and it's turning out to be a little controversial. they're going to be introducing a new chicken and waffles pizza. What do you think? It's going to be coming out sometime later this year.
I like specialty pizzas.
If it's sweet, I think it could be great. I don't think it should have a red sauce, though.
Okay. How do you do it? Because some people are like going, okay, how do you do the waffle part of it? I guess you just...
Take little chunks of it, put it as a topping.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or you could do the crust as the waffle.
Waffle could be the crust.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would do a waffle crust or if they would do chunks of waffle on top. You probably have to put some syrup in with it too, right?
Well, I don't think I want to talk to the Kevin Ralston right now. Can I please talk to Fat Kevin?
Oh, sure.
Fat Kevin, do you understand the chicken and waffle pizza?
Well, they didn't really have chicken and waffles where I'm from. We'd eat chicken and we'd have waffles, so I knew both of them. But yeah, putting them together wasn't, where I was from kind of thing. But I would try it, yeah.
Oh, you would try it and you would love it, Fat Kevin.
As long as you, I wouldn't do a waffle unless it had syrup.
And butter.
Oh, yes.
And extra.
Nothing is better than melting your butter in your syrup and making this hot, buttery, syrupy mixture. And then you drizzle it over the waffle and the chicken.
You're making me water.
You're making me water?
You're making me water.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Did you just pee yourself? Are you moist?
There's a lot of liquids that could have come out.
I meant to say something.
I don't know what this means.
It came out wrong.
I love these kind of stories when you defy the odds. Just goes to show you for anybody, no matter what you're up against, and you say, there's just no way I can do this. This is just crazy to even say it out loud. Say it out loud and then do it. There's a high school wrestler in Alabama that won the state championship. He had one major hurdle he had to get over. And wrestling's tough enough. Kid's blind.
Oh, my gosh.
Can't see a thing.
Bless his heart. He gets in there and wins every time?
We won the state championship.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Did you see the other story of the kid that was legally blind? He didn't play. He was on the basketball team, never got any minutes to play. He finally gets in and sinks a shot. They went ape poop. It was a really cool video.
I love that kind of stuff. That just goes to show you, honestly, no matter what you're up against, and you say it out loud, and you're like going, that's impossible. I just said it out loud. There's no way that's possible. And then you get a kid like this that goes out and he does something like that. Lets you know that you can do it.
You can do anything.
Sounds ridiculous, sounds impossible. It doesn't mean anything. That's
Kevin, you are pumping me up.
Oh, you're making me want to move a mountain.
That's it.
Yes. You set the bar so high for the expectations on the thought of the day now. Because we're rolling and we're going and it's so good, Kevin. Thank you.
Jaybird, some people say it's impossible, but you show them that it can happen and you can have a great thought here.
I will. I'll show the witch up.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually directed to the witch. Funny enough how this all worked out. Stay away from negative people.
Yeah.
They have a problem for every solution. Boom.
Wow. Okay. You just made me water.
No, I think it's you made me wet.
No.
Jeez. All right. Okay.
No, you made me.
Okay.
You made me.
We're going.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.